Oh, spacebar pauses that. Like, did it skip? What happened? Escape skips. Spacebar lets you pause the Joe Wood logo, just in case you really want to see that the full Joe Wood logo experience. Play intro. I think the main menu music is playing over the intro. What the hell? What the fuck? Will it play the intro if we go do new game? Probably not. Oh. Okay, good. Yeah.
A single prisoner altered the fate of hundreds, but he paid a high price for it. He defeated the Sleeper, destroyed the barrier. But while all the other prisoners escaped, he remained behind in the rubble. It was I who dispatched him against the Sleeper. Now it is I who brings him back from there. He is weak and has forgotten much. But he is alive. He's back.
He's weak, he's forgotten much. I guess that's their explanation as to why you're level 1.
I never thought the two of us would meet again.
I feel like I spent 3 weeks lying under a load of rocks.
Well, so you did. Only the magic within your armor kept you alive. I had feared I might not be able to rescue you from the debris of the temple, but enough of that. You're here now. There's a new threat that we have to deal with.
What new threat are you talking about?
After the fall of the barrier and the banishment of the Sleeper, Beliar's wrath has grown even greater. A mighty artifact, so it is written in the old scriptures, will be brought back to this world when the God of Darkness sends his henchmen out to search. This search has long since begun. Beliar's henchmen are desecrating the oldest shrines of the gods. The guardians of these holy places have awakened, and their wrath makes the earth tremble. Every powerful magician on this island could sense this wrath. And some of them have certainly begun to face the threat. You must become their ally. That's the only way to stop Beliar.
Well, we got plenty of time now. The Sleeper's been vanquished.
At least we have enough time now. I did it. The Sleeper
has been banned. You vanquished him, so much is true. But it's not within our power to stop the war that ensues now. With his final furious scream, the Sleeper has set into movement the armies of darkness. It was an order to all evil creatures, a word of power that they were all bound to obey. His last order was, "Come," and they came, all of them, even the dragons.
Dragons?
They are creatures of an ancient power. I can sense their presence, even here. And they have gathered an entire army of lowly servant creatures around them.
Where's this army now?
The army is camped not far from here, in the Valley of Mines near Corinus, and they're getting ready to attack. We do not have much time left.
Actually, while we're just starting here, how's the volume? Is it loud enough? You guys can hear everything okay? Seems like it's probably fine from what I'm hearing, but you can never tell.
What can we do?
This time we cannot handle it by ourselves.
It's fine. Okay.
Only the power of Innos will help us against these dragons. A group of paladins is stationed in the city of Corinus, not far from here. They possess a powerful artifact which could help us to defeat the dragons. They call it the Eye of Innos. You need to get hold of this artifact. Tell the paladins about the threat. You must convince their leader to support us.
And once you have talked to him, you need to find the artifact of Beliar. It is the counterpiece to the Eye of Innos. It must not fall into the hands of evil.
Yeah, I think I had that exact same armor set in WoW on my Warlock at some point in time. What exactly is the Eye of Innos?
What exactly is the Eye of Innos?
It's an amulet. Legend has it that Innos himself was poured part of his power into this amulet. It will restore some of your lost strength and help us defeat the dragons. It also has some other hidden powers. I shall tell you more about that once the amulet is yours.
Why would the paladins give me the Eye of Innos?
Because you are the one who is destined to wear it.
How can you claim to know that?
There are a number of reasons. The most important being, you have defeated the Sleeper. If you weren't a favorite of the gods, you'd be dead by now.
Let's assume you're right and I'm destined to bear the Eye of Innos. How would the paladins know that's true?
The eye itself chooses the one who may wear it. Once you get hold of it and put it on, the paladins cannot doubt your words any longer.
Yeah, if only. Yeah, if World of Warcraft played like a Gothic MMO, that would be awesome. Oh well.
How can I get to the city?
Just follow the path from here through the mountains. The city is large. You cannot miss it, but watch out. The path to town is not without dangers, and you aren't nearly as strong as you once were.
WoW came out in what, like 2005? So it's like 13 years old. And they're still making expansions for that shit.
I need weapons.
I can only give you whatever little I have here. Look around in my tower. Anything that looks useful to you, you can have.
I'll be on my way as fast as I can.
Good. And one more thing. Don't tell anyone that you've talked to me. Above all, don't tell any magician. Since I have gone into exile, the Circle of Fire has taken me for dead, and that's a good thing.
Chapter 1. The Menace. Alright. Back into Gothic. Healing potions. Yeah, it was 04? Okay. Anyway, my point is, the game is old as fuck, and they're still making expansions for it. I mean, they're still making EverQuest expansions, so I guess that's, you know, not that out of the ordinary. Old stone tablet. I think those actually increase your stats or something, but you want to save them for later. If you're having fun with that Project 99, that's cool. I could never go back to playing that game. I've MMO'd myself out. I can't play that like style of game anymore. Why was EverQuest 2 so unpopular? I only tried like the beta, and it wasn't very good. I don't know what they did with it over time, though, if they ever made it better or not. what little I played, it was pretty bad. They really like casualed it up to try and chase that WoW money. Except that all the casual people were already playing WoW, so they weren't going to stop and play EverQuest, and you just pissed off everybody who likes EverQuest because it doesn't play anything like EverQuest anymore. So, yeah, they fucked up. We're getting a little bit of XP for reading these books. Not here. Heavy branch is better than the dagger. Light scroll. Key. Alright. I'm sure this lore is all fascinating, but I'm really not in the mood to read right now. But I do want the XP. Potions for permanent change. These are good stuff. Goblin berry. Huh. Cool. I played WoW until... what was it? Wrath of the Lich King or whatever? I was already basically done with it before that expansion came out, but I bought it hoping that it would get me back into the game, and I just couldn't play any more of that. Couldn't take any more of that shit. Yep. Well, that's everybody chasing like the Battle Royale nugget right now. It's like, yeah, you make your Battle Royale, but people already have Fortnite, they already have PUBG, so why are they going to play yours? If you can't come up with a compelling answer to that question, nobody's going to buy it. And that's what they did with MMOs back when everybody was chasing that. They just kept trying to make WoW over and over, and it's like, well, people already have WoW, so how about you make something that isn't WoW, and maybe build an audience that way? Game publishers. Bleh. A torch, some money, heal light wounds, 2 fireball scrolls. Cool. Yeah, EverQuest next. I mean, I knew that game was going to be a mess as soon as they announced it and started describing the, like the terrain destruction and all that shit. It was like, you're never going to pull this off. Give me a fucking break. It sounded like horseshit from day one, and turns out it was horseshit. Like, if it was a developer that was better than Sony at the time, who'd announced that, maybe I would have believed, but not from them. Give me all that stuff. This is one of my favorite things about the Gothic series. All the Piranha games, there's no inventory limit. You could pick up everything, just carry millions of items. Game does not give a shit. I love that. Alright, picked up a belt. What's the belt? Belt of Force, +5 strength. Nice. Alright, so I have played this one before. I'd never played Gothic 1 when we played that. That was my first time, but I have played this, but it's been a very, very long time. Like most of the games I stream. So my memories of it are going to be pretty vague. What build, what faction? I have no idea. Maybe I'll join the Paladins. I think the first time I played this, I joined the Mercenaries.
Nothing to be had there.
I think. I don't know. I can't remember. My memory is terrible. But we'll figure it out as we go along. I don't have a plan. I wasn't even planning to play this today. This is kind of a spur-of-the-moment thing, so... Anything back here? Nope. I mean, if you progression lock the servers, like, everybody already knows all the tactics, they know all the raids, they know all the dungeons. People would eat through that content in like a week, and then they'd get bored and stop playing. It's like those progression servers, they sound like a good idea until you actually play them, and then you're like, oh, wait a minute. This content's actually kind of boring now. And a bow. Get all that stuff. Yeah, it's the kind of thing where everybody plays it early, and then like they blow through that content so fast. It's just seems like a waste of effort to me. I can't do my. I got get my combo timing down again.
Nothing to be had there. Nothing to be had there. Nothing to plunder.
If patience is a problem, don't play EverQuest. That game is slow. Super slow. God, leveling took so long in that game. And there were like hell levels. Like certain levels arbitrarily required like 10 times more experience than the level before, but and even the next level. It'd be like level 51, for example, or something would take like 10 million XP, and then level 52 would take like 2 million. And you're just like, what the fuck? And yes, you lose XP when you die, and if you don't get a cleric to resurrect you, you lose a lot of XP. And you gotta go and retrieve your corpse. Oh, we got like a raider there. Wonder if I can bow him to death. Aha! Get him. Is that all my arrows? I think I'm out of arrows now.
Nothing to be had there. Nothing to be had there.
Final Fantasy 14. Yeah, I've never played that. I haven't played either of the Final Fantasy MMOs.
Nothing there. Nothing to be had there. Nothing to be had there.
Nothing there. Nothing there. Digger meat. Okay. I hear goblins somewhere. Is there more to this cave? It feels good to be playing Gothic again. These games are Gothic 1 and 2 are so good. Like super good. It's too bad Piranha is incapable of making games like this anymore. one of you? I just want one of you, not all three. Fuck. Fuck. Die!
Nothing to be had there. Nothing there.
A third goblet. Oh, he's like stuck on a fucking rock or something. Yeah, Risen 1 was good, but I just mean, like, they haven't made anything as good as this. Like, they've been... Risen was like their last hurrah. Risen 2 and 3 were both fucking trash. I hear Elix is decent, but I haven't played it myself yet.
Nothing there.
Risen 2 fucking just sucked. Hey, Crazy King. You love Elix? Okay. I've heard from people I know who I trust, who've played these games and know the good ones, that Elix is pretty good, so I will get to that eventually. Money. Alright. Just call me the Goblin Slayer. With my heavy stick. Really? I thought 3 was better than 2. But if 3 wasn't good, like, don't get me wrong, Risen 3 is a bad game, but I enjoyed it more than I enjoyed Risen 2. Risen 2 just, ugh, everything about that game annoyed me. Risen 3's main problem is they made the dodge roll, like, too powerful. So you could kill things that were, like, way over your level by just rolling in circles around them over and over. Arcania, yeah. I finished Arcania. Fucking god, that game was boring. What a terrible fucking video game that was. There's a campfire over there. I love how thick the brush is in this game. This makes forests look like actual forests, despite the primitive graphics. Like, at least they're like thick and hard to see through, which is cool. Hey Tippercarn, hey Rune. Elix is a wonderful mess. I mean, that's the best you can hope for from Piranha Bytes these days. I watched Retrograde Tom play through a big chunk of that game, and it looked decent. It looked better than Risen 2 and 3 at least. You can't get Gothic 1 to work on your machine. Yeah, I had to use the player pack, the system pack, and I think DG Voodoo 2. And when I mixed those 3 together, I was able to get Gothic 1 working. I had the DirectX 11 renderer at first, but it caused all kinds of problems, so we ditched that. Alright, we killed a wolf, that's good. Gothic 1, you weren't able to kill wolves until like way later. Wolves were scary. Lester.
Is that you? Really? Man, am I glad to see you.
Lester. Who's Lester? We just played through Gothic 1 like, what, 3-4 months ago? My memory is so bad. I can't remember who the fuck Lester is. Oh, well, we'll pretend. Lester, how'd you get here?
Lester, how did you get here?
That was a crazy escape. After the barrier exploded, I wandered around the area for a while in total confusion. Then I spent days fighting my way through these woods until I finally found this valley here. Diego, Milton, and Gorn are still in the Valley of Mines. At least, I think so.
Crazy Kane, thanks for the follow, man.
What happened?
After the Sleeper was defeated, the entire Brotherhood lost their minds. Without their master, they were all just empty husks.
And you? What about you?
It was the same for me. I had nightmares and even hallucinations. But once my head was more or less clear again, I ran for it. Once, I thought I saw a huge black shadow pounce on a group of fugitives and burn them all up in a giant cloud of fire. At that moment, I really thought a dragon had come to kill me.
Did you see anything else?
No. I took to my heels and ran.
Crusader No Remorse. Yeah, that was the first game I streamed. If you wanna see an embarrassing bad stream, go watch that. I think the first day, my first Crusader stream, I wasn't streaming the game sound at all. And the whole time I'm talking about, man, this music's so good, man, this game's great. And there's no game sound on the stream at all. And nobody said anything to me. So, so bad. So bad.
I'm on my way to Corinus. What do you know about the town?
Corinus? Well, it's a seaport. Nothing special. Why do you ask?
I must go and see the paladins who are said to be in town.
Really? They won't even let you into the town. And certainly not to where the paladins are.
Yeah, they took a while to get me my key, but I finally got my Bard's Tale remaster key. I rolled up a party and ran around a bit for it. It seems like it's a well done remaster. I'm not super fond of the way the art looks. It looks weird to me, even though they just traced over the pixel art. I don't know. It looks weird to me.
Do you have any suggestions how I could get into town?
I certainly do. I worked for an old alchemist named Constantino some time ago. He has great influence in the city, and he's instructed the guards at the gate to let anyone through who can sell him rare herbs. So it's quite easy, really. You collect a large bunch of the plants that grow here all over the place, and then you pretend you're working for Constantino, and in you go. But don't collect a mix of this and that. The guards aren't all that bright, and they know nothing about alchemy. The bundle needs to look good to them if you want to get through. I think that 10 specimens of the same kind of plant should do the trick.
Thanks for the hint.
Yeah, I'm talking about the art in the remaster. Bard's Tale 4 visually looks fantastic, but the remasters it looks weird to me. But yeah, I've been streaming since October of last year, Crazy King. So 10 months roughly.
How long have you been hiding out in this valley?
I don't know exactly. A week, maybe? But there's one more thing. When I came here in the evening, I took a look up on the mountain, and there were only a few trees there. And when I looked the next morning, that tower was there. I could have sworn it wasn't there before. Since then, I haven't left the valley.
You mean Zardas's tower? I knew he was powerful, but creating a tower just like that...
Zardas the Necromancer? He lives in that tower? I don't know if I like that.
Don't worry. He's the one who rescued me from the Sleeper's Temple. He's on our side.
Yeah, I haven't backed anything on Kickstarter in a while, but for a while there I backed probably a good 40 or 50 games. Almost all CRPGs.
You need to tell Zardas about the shadow. It could be important.
You don't think it was my imagination? You mean there really was a...
Dragon, yes.
You're getting into the thick of it again, am I right?
I shouldn't say in the thick of it. Not yet.
Well, good. If it's so important, then I'll go see him. But not now. For the moment, I'm going to rest. I'm still exhausted after the escape from the penal colony. I think you've got big plans. I'll see you later at Zardas's.
Alright, so we found Lester. I don't remember Lester, but obviously he's from the swamp camp. judging by what he's wearing, and we didn't spend too much time there, so maybe we missed him last time. Or it could just be that my memory sucks. That's more likely. Yeah, I see a wolf. Ow. Oof. Damn it. Yeah, I have a 144 hertz display. Yeah, I read about that. The game runs like double speed. I don't know, for what I'm hearing, the game isn't... Death's Gambit isn't all that great, so I'm not too worried about it. Between Salt and Sanctuary and that, I'm now pretty much convinced that Dark Souls doesn't really work as a 2D game. Oh, fuck. Hi. God damn it. Oh, oh. Dodgy little shithead. There we go. Man. You back the Ouya? Oh no. I haven't been too disappointed with anything I've backed so far. I mean, there's some games I backed that I didn't think were very good, but they delivered at least what they said they were going to deliver. It just turned out I didn't want what they said they were going to do. Like Banner Saga. Banner Saga looked really cool. I fucking hated that game. But it's not a bad game, it's just not my cup of tea. Never backed anything. I've backed quite a lot of games. Oh hi. Ow. God damn it. Stop dodging me. There we go. That went better. Yeah, I backed Bloodstained, I backed both the original Sin games, I backed all the In Exile stuff, both the Pillars of Eternity games, Banner Saga, Double Fine Adventure, Broken Age. That game sucked too. Some stuff that never got funded, like Nexus 2. I backed that, but it never hit its funding goal. That Guido Henkel dungeon crawler. Was it called Netherfire or something like that? It looked really cool. I was really disappointed when that one didn't make the goal. Level up. Alright. We are now level 1. Yay. Witchmarsh. Yeah, I backed 7th Dragon Saga, but it's too bad it didn't make it. I was just annoyed that they were calling it a Gold Box successor, but it had no first-person exploration. I was like, what are you talking? Gold Box is first-person with tactical combat. It's not an isometric game. Come on. I backed it anyway, but I was pretty disappointed by that aspect of it. Ow.
Nothing to be had there.
Is there something moving around in the bushes? Is that like ambient noise, or is there a creature around here? No. No. Okay, I think it might just be ambient noise. That's freaky. That's mean. It's definitely not my footsteps, because it's happening when I'm standing still. Those rats? Looks like we got rats in there. Oh shit, there's more than I thought. There's more than I thought. Shit, 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 shit. Some ASMR weirdo, yeah. Yeah. Did it follow me? Yeah, it's more than I thought. Every death ever. Yeah. Running from rats. Welcome to Piranha Bytes games, Amasigo. These games do like the RPG power curve better than any RPGs I've played. Like, you start off as like a literal just fucking zero, but by the end of the game you're ridiculous. It's super satisfying. But yeah, the early parts of the game where you can barely take on young rats, you know. This is already more fighting than we were doing at the beginning of Gothic 1, though. That game, you were like really, really weak. Leather satchel. This bag is full of coins. 50 coins. Nice. Yeah, that's the satisfaction of like leveling up and getting stronger and coming back to something that whooped your ass and beating it down. That's the best feeling. That's why I can't stand Bethesda games. They're fucking level scaling. It's so shitty. Like, I could put up with almost every other dumb thing Bethesda does, but I can't tolerate level scaling. I can't. Healing plants, a rusty sword. Gimme. Lotar, 721 to 762. So someone came all the way to this fucking cave in the middle of the woods to put a fucking gravestone for this guy? Yeah, if you get really good at the combat system in this game, you can kill stuff that's over your level, like orcs and whatnot, but I'm not that good. Rusty sword requires 30 strength. I guess we're not using that yet. Piranha Bytes is the anti-Elder Scrolls, yep. Everything's handcrafted, no procedurally generated terrain, no like identikit dungeons, everything is made with thought and care. It's all about quality over quantity. Whereas Bethesda's all about having just as much shit to do as possible, but all that shit is like mediocre and dumb. I'm so happy to be playing this. Fuck, I love Gothic. Yeah, mages are very, very strong. Some of the late game spells, like Firestorm and stuff, are completely ridiculous. If I remember correctly, in this game, there's a spell where you can like transform into it's like a raptor-looking lizard thing, and you can kill the shit out of so much stuff. The Gothic 2 requires much work to get working. I actually had a harder time getting Gothic 2 working than I did the Gothic 1, which is why the delay between playing Gothic 1 and 2 was so long, because I couldn't get this fucking game running for the life of me. I don't even know what it was that I did that finally made it work. I just kept uninstalling, reinstalling, installing system pack and player pack and this and that, and eventually it just finally fucking worked. And I was like, okay, good enough. I'm not gonna touch it anymore. Okay, so I think this is just like a little nook with some treasure, Lester. So let's head back. Yeah, it doesn't help that I'm running Windows 10, which has its own compatibility problems with old games that you wouldn't get if you're running 7, for example. When you level up, you get a max HP bonus to that form. Oh, really? Oh, that transformation thing, yeah. That would suck. Yeah, if they did a Gothic remaster, I'd buy that for sure. The mana regen's not that big of a deal because you have no inventory capacity. You can carry as much as you want, so you just buy all the mana potions you can carry, and mana herbs and everything else. And you can just refill your mana that way. Maybe they could turn Gothic 3 into a good game. I wouldn't expect miracles, man. That might be asking a bit too much. Bark, bark. Yeah, I've only played vanilla Gothic 3 when it was new. I've never played I think there's like community patches out the wazoo for Gothic 3 that apparently fix a lot of problems. I've never played it like that. But vanilla Gothic 3, so bad. Fuck that game. Alright, I think there's a bed we can use in Zardis' tower here. But apparently the game still runs like shit, even on like modern, like cutting edge PCs. You still get stuttering and frame drops and stuff. Which for a game from like, what, 2003, 2004 or whatever, that's kind of crazy. There is a bed. You've slept well and feel rested. Cavalorn. That name rings a bell. See it from the first game. Are you in trouble?
Trouble? Damn. I don't know where they're all hiding. You kill one, and shortly afterwards they're all back again. Wait a moment. I know you.
You're the fellow who was constantly baking arrows for me in the Valley of Mines.
Your name is Cavalorn, right?
Ah, I see you haven't forgotten me after all we went through in the cursed colony. Where are you heading?
To the city.
Well, well. To the city, eh? You may run into problems with the guards. They aren't letting just anyone in anymore, since the area here is swarming with bandits. In the past few days, one of those former psionics from the Valley of Mines came by here. He said he constantly goes in and out of Corinus. He went into the valley below the big tower. There must be a way in there somewhere near the waterfall. Maybe you should talk to the fellow.
Yeah, Gothic 3's map is way too big, with not enough stuff in it. Alright, Sunfell. Sunfell, I'll see you later, man. Awesome, oh great gaming. Hey, thanks for the follow, man.
Interesting armor you're wearing. Don't you belong to the Shadows anymore?
Shadows?
Sinful.
They haven't existed since the fall of the barrier. The moment we could finally leave the Valley of Mines, there was no reason for me to stick with them. Now, I work for the Water Mages. I belong to the Ring of Water.
His head expanded a bit when I first talked to him. Maybe there's like an LOD system kicking in.
What are you doing here?
I'm sitting tight. If it hadn't been for these damn bandits, I wouldn't be here.
Tell me more about the Ring of Water.
I'm not really allowed to talk about it. All I can do is send you to Vatras. He is the representative of the Water Mages in Corinus. The best thing would be to talk to him. Tell him you've come from me. Maybe he'll take you on as one of us. We urgently need more good people.
Weren't you and your people enemies of the Water Mages back then?
Those crazy old days are over. There isn't any more new camp or old camp. Now that the penal colony no longer exists, everyone is on his own. Most of us former prisoners are still being hunted. The Water Mages were able to get my sentence commuted, and now I can move about freely.
What are the Water Mages doing now?
They're up to something big. It has to do with an unknown region of the island.
An unknown region? Where is it supposed to be?
I can't tell you more. Talk to Vatras in Corinus.
What was that about bandits?
Have you slept through the last few weeks?
Huh?
I'm talking about all the riffraff from the penal colony that are making themselves at home here in the area, plundering and murdering for all they're worth. I guess I'm lucky they didn't kill me. I let down my guard for one moment, and they clubbed me from behind. No idea how I'll get all my stuff back now.
You were robbed by the bandits?
Yes. They beat me down and tossed me to the goblins for lunch. It was damned important stuff. A letter and all my money. I absolutely have to get it back, but without someone to watch my back, I'm not going back there. That cowardly rabble.
Can I help you with the bandits?
Maybe. But as scrawny as you look, you surely haven't held a proper sword in your hand for weeks. Well, I don't have any choice but to take your offer. My time is running out. So, pay attention. Down this path here, you'll find one of those filthy holes in the ground that bandits like to hide in. The fellows there are the same ones who stole my stuff. Let me know when you're ready, and we'll nab the rabble.
I need better equipment.
Those swine haven't left me much. I can give you a wolf knife. Will that do for now?
You call that a knife? But what about healing?
I still have 2 healing potions here. Interested?
Sure, give them here.
Sweet. Thanks for the hookup.
Let's mix it up with those guys.
Sure thing. Just keep my back clear, okay? Now they're in for a nasty surprise.
Wolf knife. Ooh, we can equip that. 30 damage? Okay, that's way better than our stupid stick.
You deserve that, lowlife.
Apparently he just killed something.
You shouldn't have come here.
Oh god.
You deserve that, lowlife. Thanks for the gold, you hero. I think I'd better take this weapon.
Oh, leave the loot for me. My loot.
So, that's done. Ha! They shouldn't have messed with me. Then I can finally fulfill my mission. I've lost too much time already.
What sort of mission?
Ah, yeah. First I have to get into the city, and then later... I don't know how I'm going to get all that done in time.
What about me?
Why not? You could take the letter into the city. Then I'll have a bit more time to take care of my equipment. One of the bandits must have the letter in his pocket. Take it to Vatras, the water mage in the city. You'll find him in the Temple of Adenos. He preaches there all day. Tell him that I wasn't able to get it done. And if he asks where I am, just tell him I'm already on my way to the meeting point. Okay? Oh yeah, one more thing. First buy some decent clothes from the farmers. Otherwise, you may be taken for a bandit. Here's a couple of coins.
Can you teach me something?
Sure. You know that. Man, they really took a lot out of you. You can't remember anything at all, can you?
I want to learn your abilities.
Sure. What do you want to know?
He trains one-handed weapons. Yeah, we could do that. Do we want to save some LP? Ah, fuck it.
That's better. You've forgotten a lot since then. But we'll get it back.
Alright. $15 arrows. Nice. And a bed. Don't need to use right now.
Nothing there.
Stop all men who come from the mountains. If someone comes along the pass, it'll probably be an old man. Don't let him fool you. He's a dangerous sorcerer. Keep an eye on him. It's possible the guy we're looking for will contact him. With this letter, I'm sending you 30 pieces of gold. I'll give another 30 to anyone who kills the man. Bring his head to the old mine near the landowner. D.
Nothing there.
D. Is it Diego? Welcome back. Ramen. A sword. 40 damage, requires 20 dexterity. Wanted note. A picture of me. There we go. There's a picture of our character. Some honey roasted peanuts. They fucked up on the stupid ponytail though, because it's not a triangle. Gothic guy and his stupid triangle ponytail. If they do ever do a Gothic remaster, they better leave the triangle ponytail alone. It's not Gothic if the main character doesn't look like a complete moron. Is there anything over here? Blue Elber. Leather satchel. Scroll. 25 gold. Right on. Alright, Tabasco. Catch you later, man. .40 strength. Nope. Climb up this. Whoa. I don't think we could make that jump there. Bonk. Is there something? I just saw something at my feet there. What the hell? Well, it's like a smoke effect when I fall. Okay. Thought I was being attacked or something. Okay, I don't think we can climb up that. You just re-downloaded Daggerfall and forgot how boring it is. Yeah, I am not a big Daggerfall fan. I think Arena is a better game, but not many people agree with me on that one. The only Elder Scrolls games I like are Arena and Morrowind. The rest of them, eh. I think some of them are randomly generated, but all the story ones are handmade. But Arena's dungeons are all like flat, like a regular traditional dungeon. It's not like a 3D dungeon where shit like overlaps and you can't tell what the fuck you're doing. And Arena has a spell that lets you disintegrate walls in dungeons. So if you ever like, I don't know how to get into this room, you just vaporize the wall out of your way and just say fuck it. I love how broken magic is in Arena. It's so fun. You can do so much like stupid, ridiculous shit in that game. Like there's a shield spell in that game, right? It just gives you a hit point shield, right? Like, say, it gives you 50 hit points, and the shield stays up for as long as those hit points are intact. And because that game has a spellcrafting system, you can crank the power of that and give yourself, like, 2,000 hit points. And it lasts until those hit points are gone, so it's effectively God mode. You have so many fucking bonus hit points from shield that you can just, like, you can sleep and the spell stays up. You can travel for months and it stays up. It's hilarious. Battlespire is buggy. I've never played Battlespire outside of just screwing around with it a little bit. I'm not giving you any money, I'm broke. Yeah, Bethesda game being buggy? I don't believe you. Oh, hey. Hey now. Okay, good, there's small blood flies. Ow. Fuck. Oh, this is bad. This is bad. This is bad. Yeah. 3 at once is a bit much. Can I split them up with the bow? Or I could just one-shot them with the bow. That works too. Yeah, Redguard is atrocious. I've only ever played the demo back in the day, but it was real bad.
Nothing to plunder.
Alright. Uh-oh. What? What are you doing? Ah. That was a complete fail in every possible way. It's almost like Bethesda never knew how to put a game together at all. Yeah, no shit. You won't get any argument from me. Oh, I have like a two-hit swing combo now because I upped my melee skill. Okay, nice. That helps. And I can string them together. Okay, that's cool. Controls, yeah, the controls in Redguard are real bad. The camera is... it's like a Greek tragedy. But I never played enough of it to see much of the world because I just played the demo and it was just like, what? I hear a goblin. Whoa! Bush goblin! That was a literal bushwhacking. Shithead goblin. Trying to jump me.
Hey, stranger. I saw how you came out of the mountains. You can be glad you didn't come by here 3 weeks ago. We would have taken you for an escaped convict. And we made short work of those. You look completely done in. What do you want here?
I was attacked by bandits in the mountains.
Those filthy rabble. They were probably the same bastards who took one of our sheep last night. You had terrific luck. Most people don't get away alive.
Those bandits won't trouble you anymore.
Why? Are they dead?
They picked a fight with the wrong guy.
Thank Innos. Here, it isn't much, but I want you to have it. I'll tell the others about this.
Wine.
I'm on my way to town.
The way you look, you'll have to bribe the guards to get in. And you have to know what they want to hear.
And that would be?
Well, for example, that you're from Lobart's farm and want to go to the smith in the city. But that won't do you any good. You don't look like a farmer.
I see. I need better equipment.
I can imagine. But I tell you right now, we don't have anything to give away. If you can pay for what you want, Lobart will sell you something. Otherwise, go to him and ask him if he has work for you.
Where can I find Lobart?
Well, on the farm, of course. The farm belongs to him. And don't try messing with him. He's thrashed a lot of tramps and thrown them off his farm.
What the fuck? Oh, it was a wolf. Oh, I want that XP. No, my wolf. Not him.
Well done!
Ah.
One dirty beast.
Try and kill still me, motherfucker. For the mechanics in Gothic 1? What do you mean? It doesn't seem all that different. The skill system seems like it's a little bit different, I guess. Since there's like skill points now instead of just trained, expert, master, or whatever. Other than that, it feels almost exactly the same.
Why are you hanging around on my land? Whose side are you on? The rebelling farmers or the king?
I'm for the farmers.
I'm for the peasants.
Ha! That damned warmonger Onar will drag us all into the grave. What do you think? How long will the paladins just stand by? After what Onar has done, the whole city is in an uproar.
What's going on here anyway?
Don't you know what's going on? Boy, where are you from? We're on the edge of a civil war. Up till now, all the farmers looked at the tribute to the city as fair taxation. But since the paladins have come to Corinus, the city guards visit us more and more often. And little by little, they're taking everything. If it goes on like this, soon we won't have anything left for ourselves. Some farmers are starting to rebel. Onar was the first of them.
Tell me more about this Onar.
Onar is the biggest farmer here in the area. He is broken with the city. They say he's hired mercenaries to keep the city guard off his back. Can't blame him. In any case, no royal soldier dares to set foot on his farm anymore.
Yeah, I don't like the crit system in Gothic 1. It's probably the same thing in this game, where you do fixed damage, but when you crit, it adds your strength to the damage. And some enemies have armor so high that you can't hurt them until you crit them, so you're just whiffing away until finally you crit. Not a big fan of that, yeah.
Who are those mercenaries that Onar hired?
I don't know much about the guys. Supposedly, a lot of them are former prisoners from the mining colony. Everybody knows what you can expect from them.
What about you? Whose side are you on? Peasants or king?
I'm too close to the city to really have a choice, but I'm glad about that. I wouldn't know how to decide. The king is bleeding us dry, and Onar sets his mercenaries on anyone who won't join him. That's why most of the other farmers are still undecided, but sooner or later they'll have to choose one side or the other.
I'm looking for work.
I can't use another farm hand, but I could offer some work to a day laborer. Well, what I mean is, you can lend a hand in the field, and there are certainly a few other things to do around here. I could pay you with gold, or give you a few decent things to wear. The things are worth a fair bit. I can't give them to you for nothing, but I can sell them to you cheap if you work for me. By the looks of you, I should say, take the clothes. Anyway, the small turnip field next to the barn needs to be harvested.
All right.
All right.
Then hurry it up a bit before I change my mind.
Yeah, I hear the expansion pack messed with the difficulty a lot. I've never actually played vanilla Gothic 2. When I played this back in the day, it was the gold version or whatever, which had the expansion, which is what we're playing here too, so we'll have to deal with that difficulty. Switch. What the heck did that do? Oh shit, there's like a raider right over there. Nope, I'm cool, we're cool, relax. Is there a switch on this one anywhere? Oh god, get away. Ah! Whoa, they're fucking everywhere. Go away. Ah. Alright then. So where are these turnips? You said it was next to the barn. I guess this is the barn here. Turnip picking. Used to sell money satchels instead of opening. Nice. Speaking of which, I just picked one up, didn't I? There's a sound effect in this, it sounds like your text ringtone. Nice. go in here, or are you gonna flip out? Okay.
Wait a minute.
Anything in here? Like a bed? Doesn't look like it. Alright. Picked your damn turnips.
Here are your turnips.
Hey, you're not all that worthless after all. Take them to my wife in the house. Tell her to cook them.
What about my pay?
I can give you 5 gold pieces, or sell you the clothes cheaper. Well, what's it to be?
Make me a better price for the togs.
Good. I'll give them to you for 10 gold pieces less.
Have you got anything else for me to do?
I don't, but you can ask my wife or the boys in the fields. Maybe they need some help.
Can't read that book. Weak.
Hey,
Hey.
I've got a few turnips here for you.
Great. That should be enough to fatten those guys up. Since you're here anyway, I saw a traveling trader pass by here a few minutes ago. I think he stopped on his way to town. Go to him and see whether he's got a decent frying pan for me.
Give me the gold, and I'll go see the merchant for you.
Are you saying I can trust you? Just don't spend the money on booze, do you hear?
Can you give me something to eat?
Here, take this. You're a good lad.
I'm a good lad. This might piss her off. Let's see. Oh, hey, we just stole some farmer's clothing. I guess we don't need to buy it now. Suckers. Where is that? There it is. Alright, now we got some clothes. Look at us. And it's got 15 armor on it too, that's pretty cool.
Wait a minute.
Onar's rebellion will have serious consequences. I prefer to keep out of it.
Thanks for sharing. Vino?
And how goes the work?
Same as always. Lot to do, not enough money, and with a bit of bad luck, the orcs will come tomorrow and burn down our farm. The king's paladins have occupied the whole city, but I can hardly believe they'll move their butts out here when the orcs attack us.
Can I help you? I'm looking for work.
Do you know anything about working in the fields?
What is there to know?
In that case, I think we're fine here. Thank you. If you want to work for Lobart as a day laborer, I can only warn you, he pays people like you really miserable. But you didn't get that from me, understood?
I'm headed for town.
And?
Is there anything interesting you can tell me about the city?
Nope. But Maleth goes to the city from time to time. Maybe he knows something. I mean, something that would interest you.
Is there any interesting news?
I could have sworn I saw an orc over there on the edge of the woods 2 days ago. Since then, I've kept at least one eye open at night.
Whoa, camera. Ow, 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 ow.
Well done, one dirty
Nothing to be had there.
That was close. Didn't have that armor, that would have killed the shit out of us. Well, armor. If we didn't have these slightly padded clothes, that would have killed the shit out of us.
I don't believe it. The bastard's running around in my clothes.
Oh, fuck.
You should be making yourself useful around here, not sniffing around in my house, you lazy bum. You give me back my clothes right now.
No way.
Forget it.
I'll teach you, buddy.
Uh-oh.
Filthy thief, just you wait.
Uh-oh.
Keep your fingers
Never
to
try
yourself from
stealing
now
from
on.
me again.
Ow. God damn it. I was all happy that I took his clothes. Aw. Still gonna take him. He didn't actually kill me. He just knocked me unconscious and took all my money. But we need that money, so I loaded my game. Somebody killed the
Nothing there.
field raider over here. Let's see. So if I have it in my inventory but not equipped, can I walk by him without him flipping out? Sweet. Oh, wait.
Hey, you. Since you were here the last time, some of my stuff has been missing from my chest. You should be making yourself useful around here, not sniffing around in my house, you lazy bum.
I didn't
you give
do
me
it.
back my clothes right now.
I didn't do it. Fuck.
Well, here, take them back.
If you want them, you can pay for them. Now go make yourself useful.
Damn it. I guess I could steal them and just not walk near him. That works. Don't really have any reason to go back that way. Let's do that. Yeah, well, the thing is, by the time I'm strong enough to kill him, I won't need the clothes. I'll have better stuff. So it wouldn't matter. We just gotta keep our distance, and we'll be fine. So where is... Holy shit, what the fuck? Okay, we just went fly there. Did you just kill steal my walls?
Psst. Hey, you. Come here.
What is it?
On your way to the city, and really busy, too. Listen, you look like a smart guy to me. I bet you'll go far in life. You're certainly nobody's fool, I could see that right away. Say, you'd probably like to earn a few gold coins, wouldn't you?
Sure, I like money.
Why not?
You'll have to forgive an ignorant old seaman. I'm a stranger in these parts, and I don't really know all the rules. So I had to find out the hard way that traveling strangers aren't welcome in the harbor city. Now I'm standing here with no idea how I'm supposed to get into the city. I have some extremely important business to conduct, and my client won't tolerate a delay, you see. You'll help me find a way to get past the city guard, won't you?
About the city guards.
Yes, got an idea?
You can get in as a herb gatherer.
You could get into the city as a herb gatherer.
What? Do I look like I'd be picking flowers in the woods?
I'm not giving you my clothes.
What about bribery?
Well, if that worked for me, I'd have tried it already.
I'll have to think about it first.
All right, but hurry up about it. I've got no time to lose.
Excuse
Nothing
me.
there.
So where's this traveling merchant who sells pans for the farmer's wife? Blood fly, okay.
Nothing there.
Yeah. That's probably not an option. That would be cool. Oh, this looks like a traveling merchant to me. Yoink. How's life, buddy?
How goes the work, peasant?
I can't complain.
Can I do something for you?
What do you have to offer?
I am a traveling merchant. I sell a bit of everything.
Show me your wares.
Take your pick.
Amulet of spiritual power. Halberds. Oh, they got like pole arms now. That's cool. Get all these sweet weapons that I'm nowhere near strong enough to use. There's a pan. That pan. I'll probably sell you some stuff here. I have a sword. Daggers. Ah!
I've got to go.
Suit yourself.
Yoink.
Hey. Here's your frying pan.
Fine. Let's see then whether it's any good.
Can you give me something to eat?
You've had your portion for today. Come back later.
Me. Nothing up here. Excuse me. How protective are these guys of their sheep?
Hey, leave our sheep alone.
Oops. Oh god. Sorry. Sorry. Curious what's up with this Stonehenge thing up here. Well, that didn't work at all. Alright. That was close. So we hit switches on 2 of these things. I'm assuming this one has a button somewhere. There it is. Okay. What the the fuck did that do? I activated the mechanism of the stone circle near Lobart's farm. There was a tremor, but nothing else happened. Huh. It's probably something we have to do later. So here's the city. Ooh, stone tablet. Alright. Let's go heal up. See if we can bluff our way into town. It's like a satchel there. I knew it. I saw that thing earlier, but it never highlighted. Alright. Where is it? Oh, there it is. Any idea what faction I'm gonna join? I'm not quite sure. Probably not the mercenaries, because I did mercenaries the first time I played this back in the day. So either the paladins or the wizards. Haven't decided yet. Kind of leaning towards paladin, but we'll see. We shall see. Maybe we'll be a magic man.
Nothing to be had there.
That one was only worth 20 XP, the other one was worth 40. Uh-oh, that's not a young rat. Uh-oh, uh-oh. If I remember correctly, you can either bluff your way into town, but I think there's a way you can like climb in by jumping too. I remember doing that back in the day. Another rusty sword. Need to find somebody who can train strength, so we can start equipping some of these better weapons we're finding here. Hammer. Is that any good? Guess the hammer's not classified as a weapon. Poker sucks. Okay. Silver ring. No stats on it. kind of torn about the UI. In Gothic 1, it was like one column of items, which I didn't like, but at least it had categories. Whereas this gives you a grid, but everything's in one giant pile. Not sure if this is an improvement or not. If it had categories and the grid, it would be a lot better. At least everything's sorted, which helps a little bit. Yoink. Don't mind me.
Halt! Are you one of the hands on Lobart's farm? I never seen you here.
I haven't been with Lobart for long.
What you want in the city?
I need to see the smith.
I want to see the blacksmith to have some tools repaired.
Okay, fine. In you go then. And if you see Lobart, you can tell him he should feed his sheep well. We're coming back to him shortly.
Yeah. Alright. So we bluffed our way into town. I want to make sure we loot everything out of this, like, empty moat trench they've got here. There's stuff over there. Oh, these are adults. Oh god. Oh, this is bad. This is bad. Oh, fuck. Yeah, we're dead. Yeah. The other blood flies we were killing were baby blood flies. Those were adults. A little bit stronger. If we hug the wall, we can avoid aggroing them, though. I hope. What is that? Oh shit. Nope. Don't want to go that way. That's bad. In fact, there's probably nowhere we want to go over here right now.
Halt, stranger. I am Lothar, paladin of the king and humble servant of Innos, your lord. Our commander, Lord Hagen, has entrusted me with the task of explaining to all newcomers the new laws which apply to all inhabitants of the city.
Since people have started simply vanishing all over this town, everyone needs to watch out that they don't suffer the
He just changed voice actors. What the fuck? That was interesting.
I have an important message for the leader of the Paladins.
The Honorable Lord Hagen is not receiving anyone. Lord Andre, the commander of the city guard, is responsible for all issues pertaining to the common folk.
Listen, the city is threatened by dragons.
That can't be true. Another lunatic. We have enough unrest in the city as it is. And without some dimwit scaring people with fairy tales about dragons. I immediately locked up the last person who was here telling dragon tales and sent him to the Valley of Mines with the prison transport. So mind your tongue. We can't use anyone here who spreads panic among the people.
Nobody will learn anything from me.
Somebody already reported the dragons here?
Yes. The fellow's name was Diego. I think so, in any case. I warned him just like you. But the lunatic just wouldn't stop getting on my nerves.
Alright. So Diego got sent back to the prison camp? Sucks to be him.
I have come to get the Eye of Innos.
The sacred Eye of Innos? How do you know about that? You're not a member of the Order.
A magician told me about it.
I don't know what his motives were when he entrusted one of the secrets of our Order to you. But he certainly didn't mean for you to get your fingers on it.
But
I don't want to hear any more about it. First you start with fairy tales about dragons, and then this. Incredible.
The townspeople are simply disappearing?
Yes, it seems to be more every day. It's most annoying that the militia have still not been able to discover what's behind these strange occurrences. Small wonder that the town's inhabitants are very wary of strangers right now. So don't provoke them when you're in town. Understood?
Nothing surprises me anymore.
all right, explain the rules of the city to me.
First, the Honorable Paladin Lord Hagen resides in the upper quarter, along with his troops. That is why access to the upper quarter is allowed only to honorable citizens. Second, the town hall in the upper quarter is now the command post of the Paladins. Only the Paladins themselves and members of the militia have access to it. And third, whoever is accused of a crime must exonerate himself with the commander of the militia. Any questions?
It can't go on like this forever.
How do I become a citizen of the town?
Only those with regular jobs will be considered citizens of the town. But don't think that you'll be admitted to Lord Hagen just because you're a citizen of the town. As a citizen, you have access to the upper quarter, nothing more. Only as a member of the militia will you have access to the town hall.
Where can I find work?
You'll have to apply as an apprentice to one of the masters here in the lower part of the city. As soon as a master accepts you, you are a citizen of the town. However, the other masters must agree to it. That's the custom here in Corinus. If you were thinking about looking for work in the Harbor District, forget it. The scum of the city live there. Don't even go there. You would regret it.
How do I get to the upper quarter?
Say, are you listening to me at all? You're not a citizen of this town. You can save yourself the trip. The guards won't let you in. The entire area behind the inner gate is off limits to you.
I never knew that.
How do I get accepted into the militia?
By express command of Lord Hagen, only citizens of the town will be admitted into the militia.
I see.
If you want to know more, speak to Lord Andre in the barracks.
Don't tell me you didn't know that.
What do I have to do to get armor like yours?
What? You aren't even a member of the militia. You're not even a citizen. How can you even think of being allowed to wear the armor of a paladin? Only a few militia soldiers, those who have performed extraordinary deeds, have been granted that honor so far. If you want to be a paladin, you have a long road ahead of you, my boy.
Where can I find the commander of the city guard?
Lord Andre can be found in the barracks at the other end of the city.
Wouldn't be so sure.
Where can I spend the night here?
If you're looking for a place to sleep, go to the hotel directly across from the barracks. The Paladins pay for the lodging of all travelers who come to the city. The traveling traders from the marketplace are also lodged there.
You really didn't deserve that.
I've got to go.
If I hear one more time that you are telling people here about dragons, you will be in big trouble. Do I make myself clear?
There's nothing you can do about it.
Is this guy selling me on the Paladin faction? Well, if being a Paladin means I get to be a big jerk to everybody, then yeah, hell yeah.
Halt! No one may enter the storeroom!
Why can't anyone enter the storeroom?
The Honorable Lord Hagen has confiscated the goods for the King's army.
Why can't...
The Honorable...
Believe that.
I knew that would be a problem.
I'd have gone about it differently.
It can't go on like this forever.
What's new?
Since the collapse of the barrier, open trade with the big farmer has abruptly stopped. Who knows what he's plotting? There's something fishy going on.
What's interesting in this town?
You can buy almost anything you can imagine here, either from the merchants in the marketplace or in the lower part of the city. But almost everything that you can buy also costs a bit. If you don't have enough money, then maybe Lamar the moneylender can help you.
His house is at the beginning of the harbor district, as you come from the lower part of town.
Who are the important figures around here?
Up until recently, it was the governor and the judge. But then the paladins came and took over the city. Lord Hagen is their leader. He's the new governor, more or less. Lord Andre is his right-hand man. He leads the city guard and acts as a judge as well. Everyone in the city who's guilty of something has to answer to him.
How can I become a citizen of this town?
Go look for a decent job. Everyone who has a set occupation in Corinus counts as a citizen of the town.
What can you tell me about this area?
You are now in the lower part of town. Where do you want to go?
Where's the harbor district?
Walking down the harbor road from the smithy will take you to the harbor.
Where's the barracks?
Walking through the underpass from the smithy will take you to the temple square. Coming from the temple, if you pass the pub on the left, you'll come out at the gallows square. The huge building is the barracks. Just walk up the stairs.
Okay, this information doesn't help me until I've
Thanks,
actually
that's all
looked
I wanted
around
to
and know
know.
what you're talking about. Welcome back, Florin.
It can't go on like this forever.
I agree with you completely.
Looks like a first-person mode. Whoa, that's janky.
Hey, you!
Hello, stranger.
Hey, you.
Must be hungry and thirsty. Perhaps I can interest you in my wares.
I'd have gone about it differently.
I need some money, and I'm looking for work.
I've heard that Bosper has trouble with his suppliers.
I never knew
His
that.
shop is right over there. They say he pays pretty well.
I'm not touching that.
What do you have to offer?
At the moment, I don't have much choice. The damned landowner doesn't deliver anymore. And what we get from the small farms isn't enough to meet the demands of the city.
Known a long time.
Tell me more about the Peasants' Revolt.
It's quite simple. Onar, the fat landowner, won't pay any more taxes to the city. Imagine, we're at war with the orcs, and that fat slob wants everything for himself. Normally, the city guard would take firm measures in such cases, but now comes the best part. They say Onar has hired mercenaries to keep the troops from the city off his back. Mercenaries. The whole thing will end in a damn war, as if one war weren't enough.
What do you know about Onar's mercenaries?
I heard that most of them are former convicts from the mining colony, and their leader's supposed to have been a big shot with the king, a general or something, whom they put away as a traitor. These are terrible times.
I've got my own opinion about that.
Show me your wares.
Nothing surprises me anymore.
Apples, bread, cheese, and milk.
That doesn't surprise me.
So sure.
That was obvious all along.
It looks like you can sell just about anything to anybody. That's good.
I'm not telling you anything
How much
new.
money do we have now? 33 gold. Alright.
Nobody asks for my opinion.
That was obvious all along.
That was quite obvious.
You listened to the wrong people.
Welcome to my shop, stranger. I am Bosper. I craft bows and trade in furs. What brings you to Corinus?
Interesting voice actor.
I need to get into the upper quarter.
Where the paladins are? Forget it. You need to be a respected citizen here, or at least hold a decent job. As a stranger, you stand no chance of getting in.
I'm looking for work.
I could use a new apprentice. The last one just gave up his job 2 days ago. Do you know anything about hunting then?
Well,
I could teach you how to skin animals.
Wow.
I'll pay you well for every skin you bring me.
what if I want to sign on with one of the other masters?
Balderdash. Harrod and Matteo already have apprentices. Constantino the alchemist is a loner, and he hasn't taken an apprentice in years. And as for Thorben, everyone knows he's dead broke. He probably couldn't even pay you. I, on the other hand, am in urgent need of an apprentice, and I pay well too. But no matter where you want to sign on, you need the approval of all other masters from the lower part of town.
He makes a compelling case. Gothic series is good, but hard. Yeah, they are challenging, but they're super fun. At least the first two. Gothic 3 is...
Why did your apprentice give up his job?
All he said was that it had become too dangerous out there. If you're really interested, then you can ask him yourself. His name is Bartok. He's probably hanging out near Corrigan's Tavern. Go through the underpass from the smithy, then you're headed straight for it.
Show me your wares.
What do you sell anyway? Bows.
Got my own opinion about that. Do you really believe that?
Leather belt. Huh.
You mustn't believe everything you hear.
I don't want to sign up as an apprentice until we've talked to everybody.
Hey, you're new in town, huh?
Yes, and what about you?
I've come from the mainland, and now I'm hanging around here. I'm almost out of gold, so all I can do now is join the militia, I guess. But I don't want to do that. I won't be slaughtered by those orcs on the king's behalf.
What can you tell me about the militia?
One of the paladins has taken command. A certain Lord Andre. He's trying to mobilize half the city in case the orcs attack. But you need to be a citizen of the town in order to be admitted. As far as I know, if you're not a citizen, you can train anyway. But you won't be officially admitted.
What else can you tell me about Lord Andre?
He has taken over the position of judge as well. If you cause any trouble in this town, you're gonna have to answer to him. I was once in a brawl with a citizen. He went crying to Lord Andre and ratted me out. That little matter cost me 50 gold pieces. I was lucky that it happened at night, or others would have witnessed it. The more people complain about you in this town, the higher your penalty will be.
I agree with you completely.
Who did you fight with?
With a fellow named Valentino. He often hangs out in the tavern near the temple. I'm not usually a violent person, but that guy needed his face rearranged in the worst way.
Has anything exciting happened?
You could say that. They robbed Bosper the bowmaker. What a brazen thing to do, I tell you. The fellow just ambled into the shop in broad daylight and grabbed himself a bow. And Bosper right after him, hollering, "Stop right there, you rogue!" But the thief was too fast.
Has anything exciting happened?
Oh well, all's quiet. I suppose that when the orcs come, we can't fail to notice.
Got my own opinion about that. It's not what I heard.
What can I do for you?
What are you selling?
I can offer you everything you need to survive in the wild. Weapons, torches, provisions, even armor. I still have a special piece in stock. Double-hardened armor of snapper leather, still unused. Interested?
250 gold for 25 and 20. That's tempting.
What do you know about paladins?
Since these bastards have come to the city, I've had nothing but trouble. The last time I was headed for the upper end of town, the guards flat out stopped me and asked me what was my business there.
And?
Of course they let me in. I had my shop in the city when most of those pompous asses were still chasing pigs with wooden swords. And yesterday, the bastards came and confiscated half of my goods.
The paladins seized your goods?
Everything I had stored in the backyard. They simply posted a guard in front of the entrance to the yard. If I'm lucky, they won't take everything. At least they might leave the armor here.
Can you help me get into the upper quarter?
What? What are you going to do there?
I've got an important message.
Well, well. Have you tried getting past the guards?
I don't see why I should even try.
You're probably right. I don't know how important your message is, and it's none of my business. But even if you told them that a ship full of orcs just anchored in the harbor, they'd send you away. Because they have their orders.
So can you help me get into the upper quarter?
It seems to be really important to you. The question is, how important is it to you?
What are you getting at?
I can help you. After all, I'm one of the most influential people here, but it'll cost you.
What are you asking for your help?
100 gold pieces.
You shark.
Take it easy. It isn't your gold I have in mind.
But
in principle, it's my gold. Gritta, the carpenter's niece, hasn't paid what she owes me in ages. But the little brat is constantly running around in new clothes. That means she has the money. I'd like to beat it out of her. But Master Thorben, the carpenter, is also a very influential man. Get me the money and I'll help you.
Where can I find this Gritta?
Like I said, she's the carpenter's niece. His house is down the street, the last house on the right before the smithy.
How exactly can you help me?
Quite simple. I'll use my influence to see to it that one of the master craftsmen here takes you on as an apprentice. As such, you'll practically be a citizen of the city and can enter the upper quarter. Besides which, you'll earn something while you're at it.
Where could I sign on as an apprentice then?
Basically, with any master here on the main street. That would be Harrod the smith, Bospa the bowmaker, Thorben the carpenter, or Constantino the alchemist. One of them is bound to take you on. But it's important that the other masters agree. That's always been the custom here in Corinus.
How do I get the approval of the other masters?
You just have to convince them. Go and talk to them. But if more than one of them is against you, you don't stand a chance, so behave yourself.
Why don't you take me on as an apprentice?
I would, but the other masters wouldn't agree. I just recently took on another apprentice.
Is there another way to get into the upper quarter?
Perhaps. If I think of anything, I'll let you know.
Help me sign on as an apprentice with one of the masters.
One thing at a time. First fulfill your part of the deal and bring me the gold.
Show me your wares.
All right. Don't mind me, I'm just gonna sleep in your bed, buddy. Hunt and prey, yeah. Okay,
I can't believe that. I'm not telling you anything new.
There's Thorben the carpenter.
Ah, fresh face. You're not from Corinus, are you? This is not a good time for travelers. Bandits everywhere, no work, and now the farmers have risen up too. What winds have blown you here?
I'm looking for work.
Do you know anything about carpentry?
The only thing I can make out of wood is a fire.
And what about locks?
Well...
I'm sorry, but I can't use you if you know nothing about my trade. And I have no money to pay for an apprentice.
So, you know a lot about locks.
What good is a fine chest without a fine lock? I make my own locks. That way, I can at least be sure I haven't built my chest that sturdy for nothing. A poorly made lock is easy to break, and there are plenty of thieves about in Corinus, especially lately.
Have you had an apprentice before?
Yes, and not too long ago.
And what happened?
His name is Elvrich. He's my nephew. I was quite pleased with him, actually, but one day he simply didn't show up for work.
Where is Elvrich now?
How would I know? He kept hanging around that filthy brothel by the harbor. I wouldn't be surprised if he's still warming the bed of some whore down there.
How long has it been since you saw him?
I guess it must be about 2 weeks.
Have you reported that to the militia?
Of course I have. They were supposed to catch him and see to it that the lazy bones does his work, but I already regret that. He can do whatever he wants. Sooner or later he'll realize he'll get nowhere in Corinus without a decent job.
Is that so? What if I want to start an apprenticeship with one of the other masters here?
All right, I shall give you my approval. But you had better get yourself the blessing of the gods first. Say, are you a man of faith?
Sure.
Yes, a most humble servant, Master Thorben.
Then go to Vatras, the priest of Adanos, and have him give you his blessing. He will tell you where you can find a priest of Innos. You should get his blessing, too. Once you have received the blessing of the gods, I shall vote for you.
What do you know about the Paladins?
Not much. They arrived by ship 2 weeks ago from the mainland. Since then, they have withdrawn to the upper end of town. Nobody here really knows exactly why they have come. Many are afraid of an attack by the orcs. I suppose, however, that they are here to quell the farmers' rebellion.
Do you know anything about the Peasants' Rebellion?
Rumor has it that Onar, the landowner, has hired mercenaries to keep the king's troops from breathing down his neck. He was probably tired of having to throw his harvest along with his livestock at paladins and militia. All we notice of this in town is that the food prices keep rising. Onar's farm lies far to the east of here. We wouldn't know if there's any fighting going on there. And if you want to know more, ask the merchants in the marketplace. They get around the island more than I do.
I've come about Gritta.
My niece? What's your business with her? This isn't about money, is it?
She owes 100 gold pieces to the merchant Matteo.
Tell me this isn't true. Ever since that little piece of work moved in with me, I've had nothing but trouble. She's in debt with practically every single merchant in town. I had to borrow 200 gold pieces from Lamar, the moneylender, just to settle her debts. And now this. Gritta should be in the house. Go ahead, ask her. But I tell you this, she doesn't have a single gold piece.
We shall see. Can you teach me how to pick locks?
I don't know whether you can be trusted or not. For all I know, you might be one of those layabouts who only come to town to empty the chests of honest people.
Who, me?
I'm not going to teach you anything before I'm convinced that you're an honest fellow.
Can you teach me how to pick locks?
For I'm not...
So he doesn't tell me how to become... Maybe I just have to get his approval then? Alright. So Gritta is in the house.
I agree with you completely.
What house?
Hey, you, wait. You look familiar to me.
What do you want?
I've seen your face before somewhere, right? Here, we found this picture on some bandits we picked up a few days ago. It looks a lot like you. Apparently, those guys were looking for you.
Gee, I'd never have thought of that myself.
Very funny. What did those guys want from you?
Ask them yourself. You've got them safely locked up, haven't you?
No, they're dead.
I guess we'll never know then.
If you're in some kind of trouble, go talk to Lord Andre. Maybe he can help you. You'll find him in the barracks.
I like the spark particle effect. That looks pretty cool. Anyway. Alright, Gritta, cough up the cash.
Stranger? If you've come to beg, I must disappoint you. I am a poor widow. My name is Gritta. Ever since my husband died, I have been running the household for my uncle Thorben.
Matteo sent me. You still owe him some gold.
He wants his money? What for? The goods he delivered were flawed, bad fabric, and bad seams. And did you look at the colors? Those are not the colors I ordered. That's fraud, that is. Let me tell you, back when my husband was alive, he wouldn't have dared to do that. Oh, my poor husband.
Cut it out. Where's the gold?
But I don't have the gold. I'm only a poor widow.
Then we'll simply sell a few of your togs. I'm sure you've still got a bunch of stuff in your closet.
How dare you, uncouth lout. All right, here, take the gold.
See, that wasn't so hard.
And now will you please leave my house?
Alright, that was easier than I expected. What's your book? Hunt and prey, fire lizards, and shadow beasts. 2 monsters we don't want to run into anytime soon. Here's your gold.
Here's your 100 gold pieces.
And? Did she cause any problems?
None to speak of.
Good. You've held up your part of the deal.
Help me sign on as an apprentice with one of the masters.
Don't worry. I'll keep my part of the bargain. The other masters will only hear the best about you from me.
All right. Boing. Boing.
New in the city, huh? I'm Brian. I'm Master Harrod's apprentice.
Not for long, you're not.
What's it like to be the smith's apprentice?
Why do you ask? You want to be my successor?
Maybe.
Why not? I'm almost done with my apprenticeship, and then I'm gonna leave the city. But not because of Harrod. He is a good master. I've learned a lot from him.
Why do you want to leave this town?
Because the people here are getting on my nerves above all the other masters. I still remember what a fuss it was getting accepted as an apprentice with Harrod. Really, every one of them jokers had something to say about it. I want to decide for myself who I can or can't take as an apprentice.
Who are the other masters?
Well, there's Thorpen the carpenter, Bosper the bowmaker, Constantino the alchemist, and Matteo. He sells armor, but first of all, he's a merchant. All the masters have their houses here on the street, and Constantino's shop is in the underpass to the temple.
Tell me more about Master Harrod.
He's not in a very good mood right now. A few days ago, the paladins came and ordered him to forge some swords for them. They've even forbidden him to sell swords to anyone else. Now he slaves day and night to finish the job as quickly as possible.
Can I buy weapons from you?
Not really, I'm merely an assistant. The weapons that are made in this smithy are collected by the militia and taken to the towers where they're stored. But if it has anything to do with forging, maybe I can help you.
What can I get from you?
I can sell you some steel billets.
I'm looking for work.
I could use a new apprentice. Brian will have finished his apprenticeship soon, and then he'll leave the city. Are you good for anything?
If you mean, do I know blacksmith's work?
No, that's not what I meant. Sooner or later, the orcs are going to lay siege to the city, and then the only men who will count will be those who are in a position to defend our city. And I won't take on anyone as an apprentice who will disgrace me by fleeing the city with the women and the good-for-nothings, instead of holding the fort here with the men.
I'm not a good-for-nothing.
Those are big words. Can you back them up with big deeds?
What are you getting at?
Bring me an orc's weapon. Orcs have been seen near the city. With a bit of luck, you won't have to search for long. If you manage to bring one down, I'll take you on as an apprentice, provided the other masters agree.
When can I start as your apprentice?
Not before you've proven to me that you're good for something.
Do you sell weapons too?
Forget it. Everything I make goes to the paladins or the militia. I have a commission for 100 swords from Lord Hagen. He wants to equip the city guard.
Okay. Orc weapon. I think if I remember correctly, there's like a dead orc near town. You could just take his ass.
What's your business here?
Nothing. Sorry.
You've got no bit.
Smart kid.
Don't kill me.
What do you want?
I wanted to have a look around here.
And where exactly are you headed?
What interesting things are there to see here?
There's a cat house here and a tavern. The landlord's name is Cardiff. If it's information you want, he'll be the right person to talk to. Do you, need money, by the way?
That's an open secret.
Are you giving it away?
Really?
No, but right across the street here is the house of Lamar, the moneylender. I'm sure he'll give you a few gold pieces. Just go ahead.
He can't keep anything to himself.
Do you work for Lamar?
Smart kid.
Actually, I was on my way to the upper quarter.
Yeah, right. And I was about to board a ship and have it take me to the king for an audience. People like you and me haven't been allowed in the upper quarter since the paladins came.
These are bad times.
Are you a citizen of this town?
If you mean do I live here, yeah. But still they won't let me into the upper quarter. Only the tops can get in there, or the merchants and craftsmen from the lower end of town. The people from the harbor district don't carry much weight in Corinth. There isn't even a regular militia patrol down here.
I don't believe that.
Has anything exciting happened lately?
Not long ago, the city guards turned the entire harbor district upside down. They were searching for stolen property. There've been plenty of thefts here lately, especially in the better quarters. They're obviously trying to blame the poor suckers at the harbor for everything.
Has anything exciting happened lately?
Not long ago.
You don't say.
Alright.
He'd better shut up.
That's the moneylender.
How's it going?
How much do you want?
What do you mean, how much?
I'm the moneylender and you came to me. What could you want from me? Money, of course.
Gold chalice? Hey, what's that behind you? Look that way. Look, I'm jumping on your bed. Dang it.
Who says things like that? What do you want here? Go! Smart kid.
Smart kid.
You look a little worse for wear. Haven't slept in a long time, have you?
Too long, I should say.
Come on, step closer. With me, you'll find what you're looking for. Don't tell this to anyone.
You said that you've got what I need. Does that include information?
But of course, what is it you want to know?
Show me your wares. Are there any other traders here at the harbor?
If you keep to the left at the quay, you'll find Helvor, my husband. He sells fish. On the other side, there's Brahim, the cartographer.
Cartographer? I'd like a map.
Do you know anyone from the upper quarter?
If I knew anyone up there, I wouldn't be standing here, my boy.
What interesting things are there to see around the harbor?
Well, if you're looking for some action, you can go down to Cardiff's Inn at the quay. There's always something brewing there. You can hardly miss it. The guy standing by the entrance there will certainly draw your attention to it. Besides that, there's the large ship of the Paladins, the King's stately war galley. That one's really worth seeing. You'll find it if you keep left at the quay and then pass under the high rock face.
Has anything exciting happened lately?
You could say so. It wasn't that long ago. A thief ran by here. He must have stolen a bow in the lower part of the city. Of course, the militia came here way too late, like always. He got away from them, just jumped into the harbor, and he was gone.
Alright, a lot of people bringing up that bow thief, so I guess we're probably gonna have to find that guy at some point.
Hey, I don't know you. What do you want here? Are you headed for the tavern?
That's what I've always said.
Yes, do you mind?
You've got no business here, Runt.
Calm down. All I want to do is drink a beer.
Okay, but it'll cost you 50 gold pieces to get in.
Forget it. You won't get a single coin.
Yeah,
I'll take everything you have. As soon as you're lying on the ground in front of me.
Ah. Shit. I haven't saved in a while. Oh my god, he hits hard.
Give him what for. Not bad.
Ooh, there we go. Give me all your stuff.
Nothing there.
Whew, that was fucking close. Goddamn.
How are things?
If you want something to drink, you'll have to order it.
I bet you overhear a lot of things.
So what's that to you?
I've always got an open ear for news.
Have you got your purse open then? Every piece of information I give you will cost 10 gold pieces.
Forget it. I'll get my information elsewhere.
All right, all right. I'll go down to 7.
No, I don't need your information that bad.
Hey, wait. All right, 5 gold pieces. But that's my final offer.
Why couldn't you say that right away?
Oh, I'm simply out of shape. But whatever. It's a deal.
Hey, I haven't got time to chat with you. Talk to Cardiff if you want information.
Okay, man. Whatever you say, bro. Yeah, what do you guys say now, motherfucker?
All right, you win. What do you want?
You know your way about the harbor, don't you?
Sure thing. Why?
What kind of rumors are floating about?
Around here, we don't like people who ask too many questions. Especially not if they're strangers.
Why don't I see any militia?
They don't dare come in here. We take care of things ourselves.
Nobody will learn anything from me. How's the shipping traffic?
The only ship that's come here recently is the Paladin's ship. It's over there, behind the rocky ridge to the southwest.
That's not what I heard.
That's all just gossip.
Okay, let's go have a nap in Mateo's bed again.
I haven't seen it with my own eyes.
Never change.
Since we are about as close to death as you can get without being actually dead.
Really? How interesting.
I agree with you.
Hey Mateo, I'm just gonna sleep in your bed again. Hope you don't mind.
Got my own opinion about that.
he works all day too.
If I hadn't seen it with my own eyes. He works all day too.
That's an open secret. He can't keep anything to himself. I don't believe that.
I don't believe that.
I can't take care of everything for everybody.
Anybody flipping out? No? Oh shit.
What do you want here? Go! See? That wasn't so hard.
What are you cooking there?
Oh, a fish soup. It's not all that tasty, but at least it's hot. You can try a plateful, if you like.
What can you tell me about the city?
Most citizens in this town are afraid of thieves. Therefore, it's not a good idea to enter strange houses. But if you're looking for a place to stay overnight, you're welcome to sleep in my hut. There's an extra bed that you can have.
Aren't you afraid of thieves?
The only valuable thing that I ever owned has already been taken. Oh, someone stole my statue of Enos.
Could you cook me some soup?
I cook for everybody. For you too, if you want. All you need to do is bring me a fish.
Free soup and a free bed. Pretty good. She's friendly.
I know nothing about picking locks.
Oh.
Hey, do you need fish? Get your fish here, fresh from the depths of the sea.
That's exactly what I said.
Can you tell me something about those missing people?
Missing people? This is a harbor, pal. Things like that are bound to happen. The sea is treacherous and bound to claim a life now and then. Captains of large vessels will always sign on new sailors in a large seaport such as Corinus to complete their cruise. And if they don't find any volunteers, some people may get dragged off against their will, and then they're gone.
Don't tell me you didn't know that.
Are you missing someone?
Me? No.
He should have known better.
Do you know of anyone who's gone missing?
No idea. Ask the shipbuilders.
He should have known better.
What ship would that have been?
Good question. Not many ships have come into Corinus lately. That is true.
I don't want to hear that. He would have never thought that himself.
Show me your fish.
It's totally obvious. Justice will prevail in the end. You mustn't believe everything you hear.
You have no business being here. Hey, you're not quite as stupid as you look.
But he knew that all along.
Secret. I don't want to hear that. That's really not
Hey.
the problem. So why won't they listen to
How are things?
You don't seriously expect me to answer that question, boy?
Excuse me.
What are you paladins doing here in Corinus?
People who ask questions like that wind up on the gallows before they know it. If there's one thing Lord Andre cannot afford, it's having knowledge of our mission falling into the hands of spies. So, you'd better watch out what you ask.
I've heard a thing or two.
I want to become a paladin.
You? Don't make me laugh. You're not even a member of the city guard. If I couldn't plainly see what a dense yokel you are, I'd think you were trying to insult me. Only the best of the best among the faithful followers of the king and our Lord Enos are accepted as paladins.
You already know what I think is forever. We can only wait and see.
You didn't get that from me.
Nobody wants to know.
What the heck's this guy doing? I'm just gonna climb some boxes randomly. Can I take that pan? Oh, I want the pan. Yoink.
Hey, you!
Hey, you!
You're a fisherman?
Now, how did you ever guess that? Can't you simply leave me alone? Don't take it personally, but I haven't been too happy lately. It's that militia.
Trouble with the militia?
Those bastards keep coming here and taking whatever they want. Last week, they made off with my entire catch. It's for a good cause, they said. I know that everybody's gotta fend for himself since the farmers have stopped trading. And of course, sometimes people just go hungry. Small wonder that they're snatching the fish from right under my nose. But if they keep doing this, I won't even have enough to feed myself.
Have you talked to the paladins about this?
Are you joking? Do you really think they'd be interested if a poor devil like me has his problems with the militia?
Maybe I can help you.
I don't know. I suppose you'd have to know somebody from the militia who has connections to the paladins. The paladins will hardly buy the fish from me.
I shall see what I can do. So, how are the fish biting?
I've seen better times. Too little to live on, too much to die.
Man, this harbor just keeps on going. This must be the paladin boat. Alright. Whoa, camera. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Relax. Crossbow bolts. A little bit of treasure. A lump of ore. That used to be money in Gothic 1. But we got gold coins now. Whoa, whoa. Whoa. Just to see the jumping and climbing are still as janky as ever. For one moment, that piece of music sounded like the Gettysburg soundtrack, the movie. Never seen the movie. Unless you meant the Sid Meier game. Whoa. Ooh. Pan. Oh, I don't get to take the pan with me. Oh. The movie? Oh, okay. Cook all that meat. Alright. Now we got a bunch of cooked meat. Which heals for almost 3 times as much as uncooked meat. Fish soup that's just laying on the ground. Yummy, yummy, yummy. There's like a treasure chest there. Or it's, oh, it's just a box. Never mind. It looked like a chest. Oh, fuck. Oh, shit. Oh, God. Run. Run. Nope. No, get away. Get away. Sorry. Sorry. No, don't eat me. Ah. We good? Fuck. Well, now that you're over here, let me just run the other way. Maybe I can nab some loot. Ooh, pirate's cutlass. Nothing. Just the cutlass. Okay, where'd our lizard buddy go? The hell? Lizard? Just seems to have vanished off the face of the earth. That's weird. Give me that fish. Hey. I just had it targeted. Pick up the fish. What the hell? Oh, there we go. Huh. Okay. Lizard, I guess it despawned or something. That's, odd. So I'm assuming the pirate's cutlass needs 60 strength. Jesus. Alright. Won't be using that anytime soon. I think our strength is 10? 15. We have a belt. We have a belt equipped that gives us 5. Forgot about that. Oh, there he is. Unless it's back. Okay. Huh.
Wait a minute. Where do you think you're going?
I wanted to...
There's nothing here to see. Now move along.
I want to get aboard the ship.
No one may enter the ship. I have my orders. I shall kill anyone who enters the ship without authorization. In the name of Innos, I shall defend the ship with my life.
Fair enough.
Hey, you have no business up here. Only paladins and those of us in the militia have access here.
What's up here, then?
This is the provisions store of the Royal Guard of the Paladins. I am the provisions master here, and I'm responsible for seeing to it that none of the paladin stuff goes astray, and you're not wanted here. So keep your hands to yourself or I'll chop them off.
Can you sell me any of the paladin stuff?
You want to buy? Let's say that if you could compensate me for the trouble that will arise from the paladin's things wandering off, then we might be able to do business.
Does that happen often? Things going astray?
As long as the provisions master says that everything is right, no.
I see. Farum the fisherman has problems with the militia. The boys are constantly stealing from him.
And what do I have to do with it?
You have a certain amount of influence up here with the paladins. Farum needs your protection. He's willing to give you a part of his catch for it.
I see what you mean. Fish. As if I didn't have enough crap to deal with. Tell your pal he should come to me and tell me exactly what's up with the militia. I'll take care of it.
All the crates still there?
Don't touch anything or I'll call the watch. Got it?
What do you have to offer?
Then pay attention.
Master sword. Whoa. It's a nice weapon. Rune sword. Giant machete. Regular machete. Long sword. Short swords. Long swords. Ring of magic. Holy arrow scroll. Mole rat fat? Okay. That doesn't really fit in with everything else. All these sweet weapons, magic scrolls, and a jar of mole rat fat. Alright then. Boom, 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 boom.
And there's more, believe me.
I have my own opinion about that.
Alright. Where was that poor fisher guy who's getting robbed? He's over here, I think.
Some don't even know how wicked they are.
Still need 1,000 experience to level up. Hey, fish boy, there you are.
Hey! I know how to resolve your trouble with the militia.
And how would that be?
Martin, the provisions master of the Paladins, wants to hear your story about the militia and the fish.
And you think he can make the militia leave me alone?
At least, that's what he said.
Great, thank you. I cannot give you much, but wait. I found this strange blue stone on one of the islands off the coast of Corinus. I don't think it's worth a whole lot, but someone like you will certainly find a use for it.
Aquamarine. Alright. The fat's used for maintaining weapons, I guess, yeah. For oiling them or something. I can see that. Aquamarine, worth $100. Cool. And we got 100 XP. Nice. Time's it? Whoa, I'm dropping frames. That doesn't happen too often. Stupid internet. Alright, looks like it's calmed down.
I don't believe that.
That's all just gossip.
He simply talks too much.
Hey, you! Where you going? No matter what your plans are, there'll be plenty of time later. You're right in front of the Pearl of Corinus, the Red Lantern. This is the most beautiful brothel in all of Myrtana, damn it. Sailors from the most remote corners of the world dock here just to spend a few nights in the Red Lantern. And now, it's you who has the chance, nay, the honor of spending a night with Nadia, the most passionate flower of the gods. Come on in, and you're going to experience what others cannot even dream of.
Hey, Retro Ninja 94. How's it going, man?
What are you standing around for out here? Go on in and meet our passionate Nadia. This hot creature of the night will give your life a new meaning.
Okay then.
It's gonna get even worse. It's an open secret.
It's weird how some characters' names are all in caps. Naja. Bromar!
Hey.
Hey, I can't take care of you now, baby. Talk to Bromar if you want to have some fun.
I just want to ask you a few questions about those missing people.
I could tell you a thing or two, but not here, honey.
Then let's go upstairs.
Fine, but you get it settled with Bromar first. I don't want any trouble.
Are you the one who runs this place?
I am Bromo, this is my house, and these are my girls. I like my girls. And if you like my girls too, then you'll pay for it, 50 gold pieces. And don't get the idea of making trouble here.
Some great voice acting there.
Are all your girls accounted for?
Of course they are. Or do you think I want to go to jail over something like that?
I wasn't asking about your payroll. I mean, are they all present, or have any gone missing?
Oh yeah. Actually, one of my girls has up and left. Her name's Lucia. I reported it to the militia too, but they claim they haven't found a trace of her yet.
Someone's got to do the work.
Playing Xenogears? Cool. Yeah, I'm doing alright.
How long has Lucia been missing?
Several days. I don't know exactly how long. I assume she ran off with one of her suitors, eh? That bitch made off with part of my savings, a really valuable golden dish, eh? If I get hold of her, I'll give her what for. So how is that any business of yours, huh? Do you want to have fun or not?
Okay.
Talk to Bromar if you want to have some fun.
Been there, done that.
Really, how interesting.
I'll never get this open without the right key.
I won't tell her a thing from now on.
That's no secret.
These are bad times.
Yeah, the voice acting in this game, some of it's okay, some of it is really hilarious.
An open secret.
Peck. Peck. Man, I haven't watched Willow in a long time.
Hey, what's up?
Man, I'm busy. Leave me alone.
I'm busy.
You don't have to tell me that.
I can't take care of everything for everybody.
But that's the truth.
Someone's got to do the work.
I'm staying out of it.
Someone's got to do the work.
I couldn't care less.
I won't tell her a thing from now on.
Do you really think?
That's all just gossip.
Hey, you!
Ahoy, you landlubber. Looks like you're stranded here. You look a bit pale around the gills. Never mind, my lad. All you need is a good stiff sea breeze.
This game looks really old. Yeah, this is like 2002, 2003, something like that.
What are you doing here?
Back when I was a young man, I went to sea and rode through many a big storm. No big deal, not at all. But that old tower came closest to what I call a home. I haven't been up there in ages.
Why not?
Ever since these scallywags took over my lighthouse, I haven't dared get closer to it than 20 feet. Really bad rabble, that. They're criminals from the Valley of Mind, you know. There was this big bang on the other side of the mountains, and they swarmed all over the land like flies. Now they're hiding out everywhere, even in my lighthouse. I think they're on the lookout for any ship they can raid. Ah, let them. Then at least they'd be out of my tower.
Do you come to town often?
I always say a town is only as good as its harbor. A harbor is the gate to the world. That's where everyone meets and where everything starts. Once the harbor goes to the dogs, the rest of the city will follow soon.
Tell me about the harbor.
The harbor of Corinus isn't what it used to be. There's nothing but riffraff hanging about. The ships don't come anymore, and trade is dead. This harbor's about to go under.
So why don't you leave?
Nobody would take an old sea dog like me on his ship these days. Most people think that old Jack's got the gout in his rotten old bones.
And? Are they right?
Balderdash. Once I've got those planks beneath me feet again, I'll feel like a young whippersnapper.
What do you mean by riffraff?
Look at them, the lazy rabble. Most of them don't even know what work is. All they do is drink all day and spend their last pay at the brothel. I tell you, stay away from them.
Why are the ships no longer coming?
They all say that once the war is over, everything will be like it used to be. That's a load of bilge water. I tell you, a sailor can see when a town's going downhill. A sailor feels that in his blood, and I can tell you, forget about this harbor. Its heyday's over.
It's totally obvious. It's a bad business.
I must be crazy. What are you doing here?
Laris. I guess he's from the last game. I remember Laris.
Hey Laris, you old scoundrel, how did you get here?
I was able to escape to the Valley of Mines just in time, together with Lee and some of the other boys. You remember Lee, don't you?
Nobody will learn anything from me.
Sure.
Of course I remember Lee.
I got out of the colony with him then, just after the barrier was destroyed. He and his boys are now on the farm of Onar, the landowner. He made a deal with the farmer. He and his boys defend the farm, and Onar feeds them in return.
I must talk to the Paladins, by any means.
What do you want from them?
They've got a powerful amulet, the Eye of Innos. I must have it.
And you think they'll give it to you? You'll never get into the upper end of town.
I'll find a way somehow.
Sure. If you want to ingratiate yourself with the citizens or play errand boy for the militia.
Do you know why the Paladins are here?
Nobody knows for sure. Lots of people think it's because of the orcs, but I think there's another reason. It probably has something to do with the old penal colony.
Tell me more about Lee and his mercenaries.
What do you want to know?
How do I find the landowner's farm?
It's quite simple. You leave the seaport by the east gate and then follow the path towards the east. I can take you there if you want.
Tell me more about the mercenaries.
Well, If you're as tough as you were back then, you shouldn't have any problems with them. Most of them are ruffians, and if you can't stand up to them, you won't get far.
It's really not my problem.
If you're squeamish, you don't have a chance of joining them.
Who said that?
Why aren't you with Lee and his mercenaries?
But I am, just not on the farm. You could say I'm our outpost in the city. We don't want the ship to sail without us.
What ship were you talking about?
It's on the open sea harbor, behind the cliffs. Lee and a few of his people really want to get away from here. But that could take a while.
Why?
You'd better ask Lee about that. If you meet him, he's got plans.
Can you teach me something?
Sure. I can help you become stronger and more dexterous if you like.
It's totally
Teach me something.
So we could increase our strength and dex here. Gonna hold off on that. But it's good to know. And he'll take us to the mercenary camp if we want.
Nobody ever asked. He never would have thought of that himself. Do you really think?
Excuse me.
What are you doing here?
My name is Brahim. I draw maps and sell them.
Photographer.
Since you're new here, maybe you could use a map of the city? It's quite affordable and very useful until you know your way around.
Is it true that some townspeople have simply vanished?
So I've heard, but I'm not sure whether it's really true. Just look around you. Does this rat hole look like the place where you want to spend your golden years? Small wonder that people are getting themselves out of here.
Show me your maps.
250 bucks for a land map of Corinus, eh?
I agree with you completely.
Yeah, the Gothic games are excellent if you've never played them before. Very, very good.
Let's wait and see what happens. It's really not my problem. You have to feel sorry for me. I'm not telling you anything new. I wouldn't have done it. Nobody will learn anything from me.
Come back again later. I'm sure to have something new for you then.
That doesn't surprise me.
Alright. We have a map. That's good.
It's a bad business.
The Blair Witch Project? That's like a... This play like Nocturne, right? If I'm not mistaken. This guy didn't flip out that I went into his place. Alright, Long Earth. Catch you later, man. It's too far away. It's right in front of me. What the fuck are you talking about?
I know nothing about picking locks.
It's locked.
Hey, you! What are you doing here?
I'm building a ship because I want to get out of here as fast as I can. But the way it looks right now, this ship will never be finished.
Why are you in such a hurry?
Soon the orcs will come and burn down the city.
What makes you think that?
Boy, have you noticed the paladins running around everywhere? Why do you think they're here? I tell you, they're here because the orcs will attack soon, and that won't be pretty.
Can I help you somehow?
Yes, you can. Find out what the paladins are planning. I want to know why they're here. And I have to know if the orcs will attack and how far from the city they are. One of the bastards was even seen outside the city. Just bring me all the information you can get. I need to know how much time I have left to finish the boat.
What's going on at the harbor?
The orcs are breathing down our necks and you're asking about the harbor?
I only wanted to...
The biggest problem we have is that there aren't enough ships in the harbor to get us out of here. To be honest, there's only one ship here, and that belongs to the paladins. They certainly won't let us get out of here with that.
Yeah, I've seen the movie. Hey, thanks for the host, man.
Why can't you finish your ship?
Oh, we have thousands of problems. The hull still isn't stable, and it's still missing a lot of boards. But I have hardly any gold left to buy new material with, and the last delivery had bugs in it. My boys don't work productively. One wants a fast ship above all else, the other one is worried about the figurehead. As if we didn't have more important things to do. Also, one of my people is simply not showing up for work anymore. I'm beginning to fear that this will delay the construction even more.
You're one worker short?
Yes, his name is Monty. He's vanished into thin air. That lazy pig is probably living the high life on a farm somewhere. I should never have paid him in advance.
When was the last time you saw Monty?
He hasn't bothered to show up for work for at least 2 days.
I've heard that other people have gone missing too.
Just what I'm saying. That's where the evil starts. Farum the fisherman told me something similar. His buddy William is no longer around. I bet that the orcs are behind all this.
Okay. Hey, thanks for the follow, Retro Ninja. Whoops.
What do you want? Smart kid.
But he's so uppity. Just want to steal all your stuff. Who's this guy?
Hey, you got no business here, understand?
Who are you?
That's none of your business. I'm the boss here, okay?
The boss of what? Of those chests?
Hey, the storeroom was under my supervision, got it? So piss off, or else I'll bash in your skull.
Duly noted. Yeah, you should check these out if you've never played them, man. The first one is really good too. First one and the second one are very good. Third one, not so good.
All civilian judges are to hand over their duties to the royal paladins, effective immediately. The Honorable Lord Andre is commanded to punish every crime or act of resistance against the King's guards.
If their back is to me, can I just grab this stuff? Ah! Just a rusty sword, but it's a free rusty sword. There's nothing else I can take. Leather satchel. Eh? Don't care? Okay. Free money is free money.
Hey, you!
What do you want? Peck isn't here, so you can't get anything. Come back later.
I want to get stronger.
Of course you do. But so long as you aren't one of us, or a paladin, I won't help you.
Okay. I guess that's another guy who can do strength training.
How's your duty?
Oh, these boys swing their swords like farmers. But when I'm done with them, every single one of them will be a tough, hard bastard.
I want to join the militia.
So? Are you a citizen of the town?
No.
Then Lord Andre won't take you. Sure, you can talk to him, but I don't think he'll make an exception for you.
What's it like with the militia?
Lord Andre is our commander now. The militia used to report to the governor. He had no idea what we do here. But Lord Andre knows what he's doing. He takes good care of the men. Everyone who starts here gets some decent armor and a good weapon. And there are bonuses if you've done a good job. He pays a bounty for every criminal captured.
Can you also train me in sword fighting?
Lord Andre has ordered that we train everyone who is in a position to defend the city. But that's only true for combat training. All other kinds of training are reserved for the militia. Can you at least halfway handle a weapon?
I think so.
All right, you can start when you're ready.
Where should I start, with one-handed or two-handed weapons?
That's entirely up to you. If you specialize in only one type of weapon, you automatically learn the other at the same time. If, for instance, you're good at fighting with one-handed swords, but still a beginner with two-handed weapons, your two-handed skills will go up as well whenever you train with a one-hander. In that case, the training is more exhausting than if you train with both types of weapons. Just start and you'll soon see what I'm talking about.
Huh. Okay.
What are the advantages of one- or two-handed weapons?
Quite simple. With a one-handed weapon, you're faster. That can be a considerable advantage in battle. Two-handed weapons are more ponderous. You have to fight with foresight, but you can do a lot more damage when you're hit.
This is the guy that teaches you 2 to 3% melee mastery if you get there in very early morning.
Let's begin with the training.
Alright. Well, here's Lord Andre. Kinda looks like a dope.
Inos be with you, stranger. What brings you to me?
I've got an important message for Lord Hagen.
Well, you stand before one of his men. What is this about?
That I must tell Lord Hagen myself.
Suit yourself. But you should know one thing. Lord Hagen receives only paladins, or those who are in the service to paladins. It is beneath his dignity to waste his time with members of the common folk.
I want to take up service with the paladins.
Good. I can well use every able man here, no matter what his reasons for joining us. If you place yourself in the service of the paladins, I shall help you get an audience with Lord Hagen. However, I have my orders only to accept citizens of the town into the militia. My commander is afraid that spies or saboteurs could sneak in. He wants to limit the risk this way. Therefore, you must first be a citizen of the town. Whether this rule makes sense or not is disputable, but orders are orders.
Is there a faster way to join you?
You're really serious about this, aren't you? Good. Listen, I have a problem. If you solve it for me, I shall see to it that you are accepted into the militia. But the most important thing is, you must not breathe a word of it to anyone.
What's your problem?
Recently, there have been a number of thefts in the city. Thus far, we have not been able to capture anyone. The thieves are simply too skillful. The scum know their business. I'm sure that we're dealing with an organized gang. It would not amaze me if there were a thieves' guild in Corinus. Find the leaders of the gang and hunt them down. Then I shall see to it that you are accepted into the militia, regardless of whether or not you are a citizen. But you must say nothing about our agreement.
Where should I start looking for the thieves?
If I knew that, I'd go there myself. I can only tell you this much. We recently turned the entire harbor district upside down and found nothing. Absolutely nothing. The people there are not very talkative, particularly if you wear the armor of a paladin. But you are an outsider. They will not distrust you so quickly. You could ask around the harbor first, but be careful. If the people there realize that you are working for the paladins, you will learn nothing.
Hey, Night Skull. How's it going, man?
Why are you paladins in town?
The goals of our mission are secret. I can only tell you that there is no danger for the citizens of the town. You need not worry.
What should I do once I've found one of the thieves?
If it's a matter of a lackey, a henchman, or some small fry, it would be best if you avoid a fight. You should rather come to me and report. I shall then see to it that the fellow winds up behind bars. The city guard could intervene in an open battle, and you would not have the opportunity of explaining to them what is going on. Furthermore, there is a bounty for every rotten apple you put behind bars. However, if you locate the leader's hideout, well, then you probably won't be able to avoid a fight.
What should I expect with the militia?
Let me make one thing clear. To be a soldier of the militia means much more than strolling through the city in a uniform. It is a dirty and even bloody job. Once you are one of us, a great deal of work will be waiting for you. But it is worth it. Besides the pay, you might someday have the chance of becoming a holy warrior of Innos.
All right. Sorry.
Just beat it.
Hey, you! What are you doing here?
I'm training the boys to use a crossbow and help them become a little more dexterous.
Could you train me?
No, I only train the men in the service of the king, nobody else. But we can always use good people. So if you want to join the militia, go talk to Lord Andre.
Don't bother me, I'm on duty.
Excuse me.
Hey, you!
Hey, you!
What are you doing here?
I'm a novice from the monastery. I run errands for the magicians and also the paladins. I have provided the 3 innkeepers in the city with wine from the monastery.
Who are the 3 innkeepers?
One of them is the good man here behind the bar. Then there is Kerrigan, who has his tavern on the Temple Square, and Cardiff, the owner of the tavern in the Harbor District.
What can you tell me about the monastery?
We novices seek enlightenment in prayer to Innos, and learn the principles of faith from the magicians. We serve them as we serve Innos, and prepare ourselves for the union with the fire.
Alright, so that guy will take us to the monastery.
Hey, you! Hey, what's up?
Yeah, as long as the paladins don't have any new assignments for me, I can have myself a couple of beers here. What more could you ask?
You're working for the paladins?
Well, yeah, I report to them on the situation in the city. At the moment, everything is quiet.
How are things with the orcs?
No reason to worry. We in the city guard and the paladins have everything under control. Go home and let us do our work. We're watching over the town and its citizens. Oh.
Would you like another beer?
Sure, I want another beer. Get me one.
Okay. Hey, you.
Hey. How's it going?
You're not from around here, are you? Never mind. Neither am I.
Where did you hang around before?
In the woods, hunting scavengers and wolves, together with some hunters. But I gave it up. These are dangerous times. There's a lot of riffraff running around out there.
Yeah, I saw that. The Jagged Lines games are being made by the guys that made those terrible MMO versions of Shadowrun and Jagged Lines. That fucking sucked. But yeah, it looks like trash.
Where can I find the other hunters?
We had our camp outside near the tavern halfway to Onar's farm. But I don't know whether there's anyone left in the camp now. There used to be 2 of us here in town until a few days ago. My friend Trokar is an excellent hunter.
Don't tell me you didn't know.
Bosper said you used to work for him.
Yes, I did, but he was only interested in his blasted hides. I told him how dangerous it's gotten out there. He didn't really listen to me. Well, anyway, he paid well. I can't complain about that.
Can you tell me anything else about him?
He knew better.
Bosper had one of his bows stolen recently in broad daylight. Some guy just waltzed into his store, took a bow, and left. The thieves are getting more and more brazen.
Don't tell me you didn't know that.
Can you teach me something about hunting?
I can teach you how to sneak properly and how to handle a bow. If you want to learn how to skin an animal, go to Bosper. He's the one who taught me.
Nothing surprises me anymore.
So, where is your friend Trokar now?
Well, it's a curious story. Only a few days ago, we were both standing at the bar in Corrigan's Tavern, discussing the hunt.
These are bad times.
Don't ask me what happened next. I had had a few by then. I vaguely remember Trokar saying that he was going out to get a few swamp weed reefers. He never came back.
That's totally obvious.
Where does one get swamp weed reefers?
Somewhere down at the harbor, as far as I know.
Anything's possible.
Didn't you go looking for him?
No, but I reported it to the militia. But they haven't been able to find him yet. I hope he didn't get attacked by a wolf, or worse. I'm afraid that I'll stumble over his body someday when I'm out hunting. I don't think I could bear that.
Bad business. It's totally obvious.
Why don't we go hunting together?
With 2, it isn't so dangerous, that's true. Do you know anything about hunting then? I mean, do you know how to skin an animal?
No.
Then it wouldn't be worth it. Come back when you learn something.
Okay.
Hear ye, inhabitants of Corinus. By the explicit order of the Honorable Lord Hagen, the following decree is hereby enacted. By reason of the imminent danger of an attack by orcs, each inhabitant of the city is to prepare himself accordingly. Everyone is to begin training in the skills of combat immediately.
How
and to arm himself
strange.
appropriately.
It seems to me that I have met you before, traveler. Well,
Don't tell this to anyone.
great are the mysteries of time and space.
I agree with you.
Oh, please forgive my rudeness, son of patience.
Don't tell
I
this
have
to
not
anyone.
even greeted you yet. Welcome, friend.
Is it really true?
Take a seat on my humble rugs and enjoy a pipe in peace.
That's been known a long time.
Who are you?
My name is Abu Jin ibn Jadir ibn Omar Khalid bin Haji al-Sharidi. I am a seer and a prophet, an astrologer and a purveyor of tobacco.
What kind of tobacco do you offer?
My pipes are filled with spicy, refreshing apple tobacco. Help yourself whenever you want, son of adventure.
That's not what my husband thinks.
Do you have other tobacco as well?
I offer only the very best tobacco. This apple plant is a symphony from my homeland, the Southern Isles. But of course, I'm always open to trying a different sort of tobacco. If somebody should succeed in producing a really good tobacco.
How's that done?
Start with my apple tobacco as a basis, and then try combining it with another ingredient. This is done at an alchemist's bench, provided you know the essentials of alchemy.
He never would have thought of that himself.
Where can I get apple tobacco?
I shall give you 2 portions. It is up to you, in your wisdom, to do with them whatever you want. If you crave more, then direct your steps toward Suris, the master of potions. He produces this tobacco, and he sells it too.
There's nothing you can do about it.
Can you make me a prophecy?
My services are yours for a modest fee, oh father of generosity.
How much do you want?
For a paltry 25 coins. I shall risk a glance through time for you. But remember, the future is always uncertain. All I can do is glimpse some fragments of time.
Learn anything from me. Nothing surprises me anymore. I wouldn't have done this.
I'm not paying 25 gold for that. Not yet, anyway.
Show me your wares. Take your pick.
Martial law is immediately declared in all cities and regions.
That pirate's cutlass we found is apparently worth 700 gold.
Are to hand over their duties to the royal paladins, effective immediately. The Honorable Lord Andre is commanded to punish every crime or act of resistance against the King's guards most severely. Every inhabitant of Corinus who is guilty of
Get that from me. That's really not my problem.
Don't say.
I'm staying out of it.
Don't say you didn't know.
The heck am I, anyway? I'm trying to get back to the bed so we can get some sleep here.
No idea. You tell me.
Enough trouble as it is.
Ah, here we go. Okay, I know where we are.
It's a bad business.
Really didn't deserve that.
And in this place, order and chaos were equal, and so the sea was Adanos be with you.
Who are you?
I am Vatras, a servant of Adanos, the guardian of the divine and earthly equilibrium. What can I do for you?
Tell me about the Ring of Water.
And why would I do that?
Cavalorn sent me to you.
And what did he tell you?
He said you're in dire need of more good people.
Aha. So, you want to join us, son?
Here, I've got a letter for you.
For me? Indeed. This is an important message you're bringing me. I wonder how you got hold of this letter.
I got it from Cavalorn, the hunter.
Cavalorn? Where is he?
He told me to tell you he couldn't make it and is headed for the meeting point. Whatever he meant by that.
I see that you have gained Cavalorn's trust. That speaks in your favor.
Tell me about the Ring of Water.
And why would I do that?
I've got this stone tablet. Can you tell me more about it?
Those are artifacts from the old culture, which we have been investigating for some time. There are several kinds of them. Some contain information about the history of the ancient people, and that is the kind I am interested in. Bring me all of those that you can find. I shall give you an appropriate reward.
I want to join the Ring of Water.
You do? Well, that means you have already fulfilled the first requirement.
What do you mean by that?
I mean, there must be someone among us who trusts you. Otherwise, you wouldn't even know about it. But I know nothing about you at all.
What do you want to know?
Well, you could tell me where you come from and why you have come to the city.
I carry an important message for the leader of the Paladins.
What is this message?
A large army is gathering as we talk, led by dragons and determined to conquer the country.
Dragons? You speak of beings which until now have only been mentioned in legends. How do you know this?
Zardas, the magician, told me. He sent me to warn the Paladins.
The necromancer? So he lives, and he sent you. Who are you really?
I'm a former convict from the penal colony of Corinus.
Good. Let us summarize. You are a former prisoner who has been told by Zardas, the necromancer, that dragons have come to conquer the country. And you have come to report this to the Paladins. That all sounds rather fantastic, but I cannot perceive that you are lying to me. Therefore, I must assume that your motives are honorable. I want to give you a chance to join the Ring of Water.
What must I do in order to join the ring?
Know that you take on great responsibility by joining the ring. I do not let just anyone join who comes to us and asks. If you want to join the ring, you will have to prove that you act like one of us.
And that means...
Before we let a young man join our ranks, he must have done a great deed for the ring. Only then can I begin to consider letting you help preserve the balance of forces on this island.
I have vanquished the Sleeper. Isn't that a great enough deed?
My ears hear many a tale these days, including the story about the banning of the beast called the Sleeper. I have not heard that this was achieved by a single man, although your eyes tell me that you are convinced you did this. That confuses me slightly, but I cannot be sure that my senses might not deceive me sometimes.
I have freed many people. The barrier is gone.
Even if you can really claim responsibility for that. The great event in the Valley of Mines has not only set free the water mages and other upright citizens. All the criminals of the entire country are roaming Corinus these days, harassing the population. The bandits have already taken over large areas of land outside the city. It has become all but impossible to leave the town and return unharmed.
So what would be an appropriate deed that might convince you?
Corinus is facing a great enigma these days. The number of people missing from the town seems to increase almost daily. If you can explain to me what happened to them, you shall have your place within the Ring of Water. However...
Yes?
You should take your message to the Paladins first. I consider it a matter of utmost importance. Talk to Lord Hagen.
But Lord Hagen is not going to receive me.
Yes, he will, no doubt about it, provided you become a member of a powerful community first. The Ring has far-reaching connections. We shall assist you in conveying your message as soon as possible. You should talk about this to Laris, whom I trust. He will help you.
What community should I join?
There are only 3 communities that have enough influence. These are the City Militia, the Monastery of the Fire Magicians, and the troop of mercenaries on the landowner's farm. The choice is yours, son. Laris can certainly assist you with this difficult decision. Talk to him about it.
I shall do that. I'm asking your blessing.
Why should I give you my blessing, stranger?
I want to start an apprenticeship with one of the masters in the lower part of town.
Go with the blessing of Adanos, my son.
Where can I find a priest of Innos?
The best thing would be to look around the marketplace. You will find an emissary of the monastery there.
Tell me about the gods.
What exactly would you like to know?
Tell me about Beliar.
Beliar is the dark god of death, destruction, and all things unnatural. He is in eternal battle with Innos, but Adanos guards the balance between the two. Only a few humans follow the call of Beliar. However, he grants great strength to those who do.
Tell me about Adanos.
Adanos is the god of the center. He is the scales of justice and guardian of the balance between Innos and Beliar. He commands the power of change. His gift is the water in all the oceans, rivers, and lakes. His priests are the water mages, just as I am a servant and priest of Adanos.
Tell me about Innos.
Very well. Innos is the first and highest god. He created the sun and the world. He commands light and fire, his gifts to humanity. He is law and justice. His priests are the magicians of fire. The paladins are his warriors. Wait. If you see Laris, give him this ornament and tell him that it needs to be returned. He'll know what to do with it.
Okay. Ooh, how an armor like that? Hey, Pantagruel, how you doing?
And the sea released the land, and there arose all creatures, trees as well as animals, wolves as well as sheep. Last of all arose the human, and Adanos was pleased with what had arisen, and he delighted in all the beings. But so great was the wrath of Beliar, he came across the land and chose the beast, and Beliar spoke, and the beast became his subject, and Beliar gave.
You're never able to get it run smoothly? I had to install something called the player kit, the system pack, and then I used DG Voodoo 2. Once I had those three things, I was able to get it up and running. Without those, no luck at all. Just crashed constantly.
Don't tell this to anyone. I won't tell her a thing from now on. Go away. Don't tell me that. I won't tell her a thing from now
Game stuttering. Yeah, DG Voodoo 2 should help fix that.
And Beliar spoke to another creature, but Adanos brought forth the tide, and the creature was washed from the face of the earth.
Hey, what do you want? I'm not giving anything away.
I'm looking to become an apprentice.
Really? And with whom are you gonna sign up?
I want to sign up with one of the other masters.
You have come to ask my approval? As far as I'm concerned, you can sign up with whoever you like.
Show me your wares.
Hey, Senior Hefe. 3 months. Thanks so much, man. Thank you. That's super kind of you.
E-E-E-E-E-E-E-Y.
E-E-E-E-E-Y. You too. Thanks, man.
Can I sell you some herbs?
If you have any to offer.
Yeah, the message will get read text-to-speech. It's usually pretty funny. It likes to call me Sin Otter. Sinatar. Okay, well, I think we've kind of ran around town pretty thoroughly. Let's probably join the hunter, I think. Seems like the best guy to apprentice with.
I want to start as your apprentice.
Before I take you on, I need to know, of course, whether you're any good at all.
I've heard that someone stole from you.
Who told you that? Probably Bartok, huh? Didn't he have anything better to tell you? Oh, well. Let me tell you, if I get hold of this bastard, he can say his prayers. I left the shop for only a moment. When I came back, I could only just see him leave, with my bow on his shoulder. I called the guards right away, but the lowlife ran towards the harbor, and they lost him there. I lit a bonfire under their asses then, and they searched the entire harbor district. But they didn't find a thing. Those bumbling lackeys. I bet my bow is still in town somewhere. I informed the guards on both city gates, and they haven't seen anyone leave with my bow. When I get my hands on that bastard...
Where am I in relation to the starting village? Oh, this is the first town you come across. But I just started this about 2 hours ago, roughly. 2 or 3 hours ago. So we're not super far into it.
What do you want me to do for you?
I will teach you how to skin an animal, and you will bring me, let's say, half a dozen wolf skins. Then I'll know that you have learned your trade. If it doesn't take you forever, and if the skins are in acceptable condition, I will take you on if you like. Or, you can start with one of the other masters, if that's what you really want.
Teach me how to skin animals.
Right. Listen, it's quite easy, really. You take a sharp blade and cut open the animal's belly. Then make a few small incisions on the inside of the legs, and you can peel off the skin. Bring me the wolf skins and we shall see.
Show me your way.
So I don't need like a skinning knife or anything? Alright. So we gotta find some wolves. And hopefully not die horribly to them. Finding wolves should be easy. Not getting killed by them, that'll be the hard part.
Don't tell me you didn't know that.
Stupid blood flies. Leave me alone. Oh, Jesus Christ. There's two of them. Oh, God. Ah! Yeah. As I was saying. Fighting wolves, easy. What the f... Why is it starting a new game? Oh.
You must become...
Let me load my game, what the fuck?
Look. If it were... They tell and it...
Wonder if the corpses of the wolves I've already killed are still there? We might be able to get some free skins that way. I don't know how long the corpses stick around for. I think the corpses are gone. That sucks. Any idea what skill tree I'm going to pursue? Probably Paladin, I'm thinking. What's that down there? It's a black goblin? Oh god. Don't want to fuck with that. Man, the range on this bow is pathetic. Oh, fuck this. I can't kill 3 wolves, you kidding me? Help! Guards! Help!
Hey, I've still got it!
God damn it.
I'd have gone about it
Need to find 1 wolf, not 3 wolves. Well, I guess technically we need to find 6 total. And we're dead. This is a problem. If I can't kill wolves, I can't become an apprentice. Which is going to become a problem with progressing through the game here.
He doesn't see that.
It's too bad I killed all the young wolves. If I'd known we needed the skins, I wouldn't have killed them until we could skin them. Kind of stupid. Let's see what's over here. Anything we can kill? Hopefully, some wolves, young wolves. This is heading back towards Sardis' place. Shit. That's not helpful. I don't know if I'd call it an extreme improvement. It's almost the exact same game. They didn't really change that much. The graphics are a little bit better. Gameplay is the same. Mechanics are the same. Controls are almost the same. Better, but extreme? Nah, I wouldn't call it an extreme improvement. So far, I'd say I thought the prison was a more interesting setting than just a regular kind of generic fantasy town, you know. So I don't know if I would say the writing's better. The prison is, you go to like a limited version of the prison, but it's not like it has any of the factions or people or anything. It's just an area full of orcs. That's not gonna work. Basically, I need to lure these things to the guards without getting killed. They didn't even aggro me. What the fuck? Oh shit. Oh, now the wolves show up. Where were you a few seconds ago, wolf? Yeah, the prison camp was a cool setting. I thought it was neat. There's nothing wrong with this game setting, but I mean it's the same as most Western fantasy RPGs. It's a city under siege by orcs. Yay. there anything up here?
That will never change.
Some mushrooms.
That's been known a long time.
You don't have to. I'm staying out of it.
Nothing amazes me anymore.
Same old thing.
Those are adult field raiders. Those things will fucking tear us in half if I go down there. I do believe we have just committed suicide. Well, it looks like we might be able to climb up here. Come on, get up. Why are you jumping forward? Jump straight up. He's got to be against a wall for that. Okay, we're not climbing up there. Fair enough. Oh god. Whoa, 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 whoa. God damn it. Get up there. Oh good, even harder wolves. My quest to find killable wolves has led us somewhere even worse. Alright. I think we're gonna have to do some other quests and level up before we'll be able to do this. We might have to buy the leather armor in town there too, to give us a chance to survive in this shit. I was hoping to skip that, save the money, because we get free armor once we join up with a faction, but might not be reasonable to expect to do that. Oh crap, it's 10 after 5. This is a little later than I normally stream. I guess we'll just call it here. Sorry guys, I didn't realize it was so late. Kinda lost track of time there. So that's going to be it for today's stream. So, thanks everybody for stopping by. Tomorrow we'll be back with some more Arcanum, which we're playing through, and then we'll be back with more Gothic 2 on Friday. So, if you guys are interested in that, be sure to tune in. And let's see who's streaming here. We'll hit somebody up with a host. Let's see. So Chubo's playing the Bard's Tale remaster again. And Duke Donuts is still playing through his first run of Dark Souls 2. Let's go say hi to Duke. He's a friend of the channel. So let's go give Duke Donuts a raid, and hopefully I see you guys tomorrow for some more Arcanum. So until then, take care.